Oh, here we are finally. The NFL draft, as I see Tommy walking up now. There's going to be quite a few Commanders fans sitting with us tonight. Ryan Horvat's here. Nice. PJ Glasser's here. PJ's on the whiteboard again. PJ fell in love with the whiteboard as we did that for the March Madness bracket selection Sunday. We gave it a weird name because we didn't want to use any of the special words that would get us in trouble. And it worked. So we're going to have PJ on the whiteboard. Any trades that happen, that will be kept track of right over there because we don't need to use fancy graphics. We're all hanging out. We're having a good time here. I did realize, Ryan, as we've all done quite a few of these draft shows before.
Yeah.
So I realized over here that I have a cord that's not long enough for my earpiece. You guys have the wireless Bluetooth because I'm a gentleman and I want to make sure that you guys have the proper things.
Well, thank you.
So just watch out for this wire. We're very casual here. This is how it goes. Loaded with guests today, too. Maggie Gray will be joining us actually after the Jets pick at number 2. We'll have Rob Brown just probably derailing the show, possibly drinking beer on the show, which is how this is supposed to go. Chris Mack will be live in Pittsburgh. We'll have him, Femi Abebefe, Jared Smith, Jake Hassan. I mean, we are loaded with people from all around the country with reaction to all the different picks. I can tell you guys this now, as there are Commanders fans sitting behind us. There you go. Do we want defense or offense back here, guys? At number 7, a defensive player or an offensive player? What do we got? Defense. I got one defense. Jeremiyah Love. Jeremiyah Love. Shocker. Somebody wants Jeremiyah Love in D.C. You want a defensive player. You're a Caleb Downs guy, aren't you, Tommy?
I will be ecstatic.
You would be ecstatic. Oh.
Uh-oh.
And we just dropped something there. Do we still have our mic working? Okay, good. So here's the thing. We're stretching things a little bit thin here. Actually, this helps. So here's what we're going to do, Ryan. You talk for a second. No, leave it.
Okay, I was going to say, I go back to my old producer days.
Check this out. This actually helps because now we've got everything sitting on the floor. And as long as we're good to go here.
As long as nobody walks in the middle of the TV, we're all good.
This is the thing. So what happened behind the scenes, because I wanted to adjust a little bit because I wanted to make sure that PJ had his proper setup for, everything we needed for the whiteboard, moved some lighting around, did all that. But now the plugins for the mics went over there. This is the beauty of it. We move stuff around as they're getting ready. They got terrible towels. I hate the terrible towel, by the way, guys.
You know what I hate? Like, let's not even put the Raiders on the clock tonight.
I was just gonna say
we have known for the last 5 months who
why waste
selecting.
15 minutes?
Right. Like, get Mendoza, that corny man, off the stage, and let's roll.
Yeah,
let's
I can go ahead and write him on the board. Do you guys think Mendoza's going to end up being a good pro?
I do. Obviously, like every young quarterback, you got to be drafted in the right system. If he's thrown behind a terrible offensive line with no weapons, probably not going to go great. But I like the weapons. I mean, you got Brock Bowers, you have Ashton Genty. The problem is for the Raiders, though, the offensive line. And that's why I didn't really understand the Genty pick. I thought he was obviously the best back by far in last year's draft, but that offensive line is horrendous. A couple of years ago, when they let Josh Jacobs walk, the reason they did was he was coming off a career worst year. I thought he was washed. He only averaged 3.5 yards per carry. It's because the offensive line doesn't get any push up front. So they have a lot of needs, but I like Mendoza, man. I don't think he's going to find instant success, but I do eventually think he'll be a good pro. What about you?
Yeah, I think Mendoza's going to be pretty good. I've kind of, my comp for him has been Kirk Cousins, but a little bit more mobile, and Cousins in his prime when he was healthy had some good years. It's all going to be about what the Raiders do to surround him. Like you said, the young offensive talent they have, Genty, Bowers. I think they need to address the offensive line in this draft as well. I like the hire of Kubiak as the head coach. But defensively, they got to get some guys around Max Crosby. And what sucks for the Raiders, too, is the division that they play in. The Chargers and the Broncos both made the playoffs last year. You obviously have to deal with the Chiefs as well. So that's what's tough for Vegas is the division that they play in is arguably the toughest in the NFL. But I think Mendoza's going to be good. The thing that I'm interested to see is at Indiana that they are such a well-oiled machine with Cignetti. They're so well coached. They're so disciplined. And now he's going to the dumpster fire that is the Raiders.
Living
if he's able,
but they've got Tom Brady now.
Yeah, we'll say
it's all different with the magic of Tom Brady.
See, that's the other thing though, man, is I feel like he's also the safe pick, right? I mean, he's the best quarterback in the class, so he was going to go number 1 overall, but he's also a PR dream because, I mean, the dude doesn't really it doesn't really do anything.
So let me just point this out to you, because you'll never unhear it if you haven't already thought this. Whenever Fernando Mendoza talks, I hear an AI scripted response from him. He's AI Mendoza for me.
That's what I mean. You don't have to worry about him going to Vegas and becoming Johnny Manziel.
He's going to hang out in Henderson,
not like
and
PJ.
He's going to just be calm in the suburbs, and that's it.
Right.
Which is really what you want from your quarterback. You don't want your quarterback going out and partying.
I do have a hot take, though. I kind of wanted to be like Orlovsky until he stole the take and say that Ty Simpson's my favorite quarterback in this class. He's not. It is Mendoza. But I like Simpson. And you know what's funny? The first 8 weeks of the season, as PJ knows, everybody was talking about him as a Heisman candidate. And then what happened was the game against Oklahoma and then obviously the games against Georgia, he struggled because they had legit pass rushes. And Alabama's offensive line wasn't your typical Alabama offensive line. I do really like Caden Proctor, of course, but I don't know how healthy he was. And also, like, once teams pressured him, then he really struggled. But I like him when he's got a clean pocket. I think he can make most of the throws. I like Simpson. And then I also don't hate Garrett Nussmeier. I'm definitely not taking him round 2 or even round 3, but I think he might be a steal in later rounds. Because I saw yesterday, some teams might have interest in Carson Beck. I would take Nussmeier over
Did
Beck.
you see now the thing is teams are concerned about Carson Beck's loner personality? That's now a thing. Anything gets analyzed this close to the draft, whether it's hand size, arm length. They haven't measured anybody's dick yet, but I'm sure at some point that's going to come out and be a thing. But it just has become this where we're analyzing every little detail. And I get it because teams are trying to get rid of as much risk as possible and move on from it. But there's a certain point where it's just like you feel like so much stuff gets analyzed and then it gets leaked right before the draft, too. Yeah. That's the other thing is like teams don't like Carson Beck because somebody's trying to get him to maybe drop farther down so they can get a little bit of a steal out of him. I believe almost nothing. That's why I'm just glad we're at the point now where we can finally get some answers, at least in the first round. Because I know for everybody in D.C., for the love of God, if I have to talk about the 5 or 6 different guys the Commanders could draft at 7 one more time, I'm going to lose my damn mind.
Mendoza's draft room with his family and friends looks like the most boring.
Oh my God, they're all in suits.
I mean,
at a country club, it looks like.
You know what?
That is brutal. That is brutal. That is brutal.
Also, quick side note, when Coach K had his last game at Duke, right, and all the former Duke players walked out, and I just remember sitting with my dad and being like, Peach, I used to hate that guy. I used to hate that guy. And as a Ravens fan, watching them bring out all those former Steelers, I've never related anything more. Big Ben, Hines Ward, I'm like, I hate that guy. I hate that guy.
It's easy to hate Big Ben.
It is.
Well, now everybody does. We're finding that out, that like everybody actually hates Big Ben.
Yes.
So, I wonder too, if we're in one of these situations with Fernando Mendoza, like how much does his family control his image? Like looking at that picture and the way that the whole family and group look, they're all in suits, they're all buttoned up. And I can't imagine that there's not going to be significant input from his family. Listen, family cares. It's great. But we've also seen this at times before where you watch this and family gets really involved in a young player and it tends to be too much. RG3 in Washington saw that a lot, but it just has this feel to me of like they are going to control every little bit of his image. But that shot right there of him just in everybody in the suits, that's already a meme. I promise you.
I bet this is a joke, but what if like the cameras turn off and he just lights up a cigarette, just pours himself a drink? He's like, oh, thank God that shit's over now.
Also, what week do we see Mendoza play? Because they're not paying Cousins all that money, I don't think, to sit on the bench. Maybe
I think he starts at first. Yeah.
Right?
I think so, because
so.
Kirk Cousins and Fernando Mendoza have the same personality.
Yeah.
It's they want to have the squeaky clean image. They want to be the dudes that everybody just gravitates to. They're great. And I'm not saying it's even fake, but what I do know with Kirk Cousins is it's very much calculated. He's very calculated with everything that he does. And I think Fernando Mendoza plus Tom Brady also being there too. That triangle, I know this sounds crazy because the Raiders are a shit show, but I actually think between Kirk Cousins being there and Tom Brady in the organization, and Tom Brady has nothing to do. Tom Brady with something to do now in coaching Fernando Mendoza, however he gets involved, I actually think this might work.
Yeah, I'm there too. I completely agree, man. I mean, like Vegas a couple of years ago, they built this stadium and they had to make some splashy moves. They tried to get it right, obviously, with the head coach a couple different times now, but I did like the Brady hire a lot. And again, Mendoza's the safe pick. They got to build an offensive line. I really do like Genty. I like Bowers. You get some help at the wide receiver position, fix up that defense, like Peach said. And they should be contending in a couple of years. But Kirk Cousins, towards the end of the season when he finally got on the field was dealing. Like, remember a couple of years ago when Atlanta paid him, it didn't make a whole lot of sense, not only because they drafted Michael Penix, but because he was coming off of that injury and he couldn't move. He was literally a statue in the pocket. Anytime that they were going to run the football, he was in the pistol, and anytime they threw the ball when he was in traditional shotgun. So he was never healthy that first year. Now, I don't know, man. Like, I could see the Raiders being kind of competitive with Kirk Cousins. Maybe we don't see Mendoza at all year one.
Jake
which
Hassan
you just never see.
Jake Hassan messaged us too. He'll be on for the Bears pick at 25. Jump in the comments if you want. That's on YouTube. We're also on X and Twitch, but X doesn't let you like do cool comments, so that's what's kind of annoying. But we're on all these different platforms, so you can jump around to different ones, whichever one you want. I'm looking at X now. So there you go. Peach, as we watch all of these highlights with Fernando Mendoza in Indiana, have you gotten used to the fact that Indiana not only won a national championship, you guys both were obviously here for that game. It's still, to me, thinking Fernando Mendoza, quarterback of national champion football team, Indiana, all of that is still very hard to accept.
You know, I'm not going to lie. I kind of forgot he won the Heisman Trophy.
When they
were showing the highlights, I'm like, he did win the Heisman. That's right.
I didn't forget because he's like the one guy that didn't bet.
Yeah.
They might be even better next year, Indiana, too.
It's still incredible. You know, me and my buddies were actually talking about this the other day of what was the more impressive coaching job recently. Is it what Dan Hurley's been doing with UConn the last 4 years, getting him to 3 titles in 4 years? Or was it Cignetti's 2 years at Indiana? I think it's Cignetti, man. Like, Indiana is arguably the worst Power 5 football program ever. To make them a champion in 2 years, an undefeated champion, have them beat Ohio State, Alabama, Oregon, all these teams that they did. It's unbelievable. I liked Mendoza when he was at Cal too. I never thought he would turn into this. So give a lot of credit to that coaching staff. And I'm very interested in all you guys have been saying, you know, what he turns out to be.
All right. The commissioner is at the podium for the least surprising pick of this entire draft, as he's getting ready to give us the Raiders pick. And it would be amazing if they traded down, but it's Fernando Mendoza. Nobody's surprised. They go to his little group there. Everybody's in their suits. It almost looks like was actually going to put on a hat for some sort of like financial institution that he was going to go work for. But insteed, it's for the Raiders. So Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders.
You know how in every horror movie, there's like a kid that just scares the shit out of you. And you're like, I hate that kid.
Yes.
And you're like, no, it's okay.
Is that what your son does occasionally to you?
This kid behind Mendoza is way too well behaved.
Well,
you've seen my son here. He's bouncing around.
Yeah.
Look at this. This kid, he's just sitting. He's got a little suit on.
So
I'm telling you, there's something.
Ryan, that's called parenting. That's probably why you are less mature than your son. Let's be honest.
Like, I don't know. I don't trust the Mendoza family.
I don't trust the Mendoza family.
Look, we're finding out a lot about these UFOs and aliens. I'm just saying, I won't be surprised if we find out that they're from Mars.
They might be. We're seeing aliens all over the place now. I can't spend like more than a second on Instagram without alien videos showing up. I watched a couple of conspiracy videos on the moon after we had the whole thing going out there, and now the algorithm's completely screwed up. I need to watch dog videos for a while. So the Jets, Tony is not here. Tony, the Jets fan, is not here. He's sick. He is next door. Tony's sick, but I am going to relay to everybody here as we wait for the Jets. Tony just wants anybody that's going to help the Jets not suck. I know. Here's Michael. Michael's at least here. Wow. There we go. So at least you're representing the family. Everybody else is sick. So if you get us sick, you're Mendoza went first. You shouldn't be surprised.
They went with Simpson. Sorry.
So I do want to point this out that Tony has told me that he bet $20 on the Jets to win the Super Bowl to win $3,000.
Well, let's go, Tony.
So I'm going to relay that. Michael, your dad is a psychopath.
He's a believer in Geno.
Hey, that's what people said about Seahawks fans last year too, though, baby. If the Jets were going to go with anybody, I would like for them to go with Reese. They're obviously going to take somebody, so I don't know what I'm talking about here, but I bet Reese. I went Reese.
What if they just bypass their pick? They're like, do what happened years ago where they forget to take it in time?
I waited until yesterday. I said I wasn't going to bet that market, and then it was plus 120, so I said, you know what? I'll go Reese over Bailey. What do you think they do here,
you think it's going to be Reese? I think it's going to be Bailey.
I actually think it's going to be Bailey, but I just really liked the price. I wasn't going to lay minus 160, and I needed a little action. Usually I have like 45 bets draft night, as you know.
Yes,
this year
this is true.
I have 8. This is the most unpredictable draft I could remember. Also, the markets have just changed so much. But man, outside of pick number 1, I have no idea what's going to happen.
No, I thought it's going to be Bailey from the start. I thought he was the better player. I think
I agree.
he's a little bit more complex and diverse. You could do more things with him. So I would expect it to be a Bailey. I think it's so interesting though. Like the week prior, all this money was coming in on Reese, and then just like all the mocks I've seen recently, everybody has Bailey.
Everybody's got Bailey. Like Jeremiyah had him last
Yeah.
night. I feel like with like Reese has the higher ceiling because he's a genetic freak. Like he could be maybe the best defensive player in 3 or 4 years, maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel like Bailey is NFL ready right now. Like I know Ruben Bain has the arm issue and he killed somebody.
Is it yeah.
But I mean,
do we call it an arm issue or just it's slightly short
he's got
arms?
Short arms.
Yeah.
Which I said last year talking offensive tackle that I didn't think it would be a big deal for Will Campbell. And I know he got hurt towards the end of the year, but he was a disaster, man. I think Will Campbell is a guard. Maybe there is something to some of these measurements, but I do think Bailey is in. I think he's just going to be like a Pro Bowl type player right away.
Michael is a Jets fan. Who do you want here? Arvell Reese, David Bailey, or a trade? I'm going to go
Simpson.
barefoot, by the way, here. So let me point this out, by the way, that Michael has been a Ty Simpson fan long before anybody else has talked about Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
So
he goes 16. I'm moving to Mexico.
So
I would love that.
David Bailey. Well, Ruben Bain was the name linked to the Jets at the beginning of this process, but now it's become Arvell Reese, David Bailey as things have, kind of continued. I know, short arms, guys. All right. So your dad just texted me and said he wants Arvell Reese. So let's see. He's texting in his pics from next door as he's sick, which that's good. Please don't bring that over here.
Good thing
buddy.
is the Jets really can't screw. I mean, they could.
They could go.
They could.
Of course they could screw it up.
They could.
Let me actually say this, though, in the defense of the Jets. They have drafted well besides quarterback. They've drafted some talented players. They just traded them all away now.
Yeah, that's true.
It's quarterback. They just can't figure it out.
Sauce was awesome year one.
Yeah.
Breece Hall was awesome until he got hurt.
Right.
I still like Breece
And
Hall.
some of that's play calling, too, offensive line.
I mean, the head coach.
Yeah,
Garrett Wilson's been good. They just don't, it's hard for a receiver to do anything when nobody's getting him the football either.
Yep.
What if it's Caleb Downs?
I would love this.
I would love that, too.
I would love
me
utter
and Peach
chaos
got him
in this
under 9.5,
draft.
so getting that one in home early
About
would
as
be
easy
great.
as it gets.
Yeah.
In this case.
It won't be.
All right, Michael. Are you sweating?
I want this just to be just a Jets type pick, though.
It is
Carnell Tate.
David Bailey.
Oh.
Not happy with David Bailey. Come over here. Tell me why. I need to know why. Hop on. All right. No, he's a great edge rusher. You'll be good. Yeah. Yes.
Bailey's a stud.
And he also ran a 4.5 140, which
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
Very safe player. That's what I'm saying. Probably like 7 or 8 sacks maybe this year.
All right, now this is where the draft begins, right?
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I
We
feel
could
like
get
at this
trade,
point
we
now.
could get Love, we could get.
Yeah.
I mean, Arizona could do anything. with this
My
pick.
only knock on David Bailey is they didn't let him play offense because if they did, maybe Texas Tech could have scored, I don't know, like 10 points in that college football playoff.
He would have been
game.
better
That's
QB
bad.
than Barry Morton was that
Jesus,
game.
That was terrible. Their defense was legit, though.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, he just looks like a guy I'd want to draft, you know?
Does Aaron Glenn make it out of the season as Jets head coach? You think so?
Oh, God.
Okay.
You're actually excited about Geno Smith, aren't you? Yeah. Well, you can't get much worse. Yes, this is a thing too. As Pine Needle in the chat says, we're about a minute behind him. We're going to be. That's the one thing about this is everybody's watching on different streams, different feeds. So there's a little bit of we're going to have to kind of play this thing out. This is how it's going to go. Maggie Gray is going to be joining us in a couple of minutes here too. Now that the Jets pick is in, we'll talk to her for a few minutes. Rob Brown will pop on with us down there. We'll get to right about the Saints pick with him, and then we'll talk to Chris Mack as well as we get ready for. He'll be in Pittsburgh. All right, we'll wait on Maggie. Maggie will be here at some point soon.
So
I'm executive producing this thing. Oh, Maggie's having webcam issues. That's cool. No big deal. Listen, we're all very casual here. Oh, all right. Maggie's in. We're bringing on Maggie Gray now. Hold on. Let me do this. See, this is the thing. I'm also producing at the same time here. So
you're like Master P.
we're doing all in one. There she is. Hi, Maggie Gray. How are you?
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
We got you. You guys good over there?
I can't.
Oh,
that might be
God.
me.
So they're now, of course, they're going to have issues with their headphones. Watch. That's what this is going to be. You guys sure you're actually good here?
Wait, I think I heard something.
Talk again, Maggie.
Yeah. The Jets took David Bailey, number 2.
Give me 1
Yeah.
second. I'm going to adjust their situation here. That might be the way to go. You guys hang tight. Hold on.
Do you want me to just? I can take my headphones out too, if you'd like.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, I know exactly what to do. Give me 2 seconds, and we are going to be fixed. We got a lot of parts here. How about now? Can you guys hear her now?
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Can you hear me now? Gotcha.
Can you hear me now?
Guys, I never thought I'd be so like having so much FOMO to not be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania today. I've had some really good times in Pittsburgh. It's a great city. My best friend is from there, and I'm bummed not to be in Pittsburgh.
All right.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love Pittsburgh too. It's a
You guys talk.
It's a great city. What did you think of the Jets pick, Maggie? Did you think it was going to be Reese, or did you think they'd go with Bailey?
I mean, the betting markets were telling you at the end they were going with Bailey, right? So we were kind of tipped off by that. But I think that it's definitely a window into the delusion of the Jets. You know, their offseason in terms of the type of guys they were acquiring, the DeMario Davises, you know, dudes who are really at the end of their careers, you would think would kind of want to be in a win-now situation, but the Jets are very far from. So I was a little surprised that they went for David Bailey, who's kind of playing a little bit more towards his ceiling. You know, he's a little bit older as opposed to Arvell Reese, who's a little bit younger and has a little bit of a little bit more to go. And I think it just goes to show that the Jets brass knows that the clock is ticking on them. You know, I don't think they feel like they have time to develop a prospect. And that's like not where you want to be when you're picking 2 in the draft and you had basically the second worst defense in the entire league and like the second worst offense in the whole league. Like they need so much help. And so I think they went with the more polished prospect thinking, oh God, we need someone who's going to come and step in right away. We have no time.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And that's like Arizona. You know, like I was high on Arizona last year, and Kyler Murray's obviously gone. The defense was no good. Jonathan Gannon's gone. What do you think they should do here at 3? Because I saw like a couple mock drafts where they take Jeremiyah Love, who's my favorite player in the draft, but I think they're more than a running back away. What do you think Arizona does here?
Yeah, a running back. I mean, they had a good running back. They've had good running backs. They have they had the best wide receiver coming out of college that maybe we'd ever seen in Marvin Harrison Jr. He was like right up there with like the Justin Jeffersons as far as like amazing college tape. And that didn't do jack. And it's a really tough division. No one's expecting you to win right now. And there's no quarterbacks in this draft. So just take the best players. Take Reese. Don't take Jeremiyah Love, and you're going to see exactly what Ashton Genty was last year with the Raiders. He's going to have no room to cook. So I don't know. It's a bummer for the Jets and for the Cardinals that this is a bad quarterback draft. But listen, for the Jets, they set themselves up well for next year for a quarterback. And for Arizona, you know, maybe they've actually had more success if you go through the history of their franchise with getting the older veteran guys. Get Carson Palmer, you know, get Kurt Warner. Maybe there's something where, you know, if they actually had some good pieces, maybe that's attractive to, you know, look at what Sam Darnold just did with Seattle. Like maybe there's a guy who shakes free, who's a veteran that they don't have to develop. I don't know.
All right, so we're waiting for the pick, Maggie. We got Schefter said that they are sticking with the pick. They're not trading out. That was obviously one of the big talking points coming in was Arizona might be trading out, but they are going to make the pick. And it looks like Goodell at any moment here is going to walk across the stage. And
there he is.
All right, so let's see what Arizona ends up doing with number 3.
I would love this to be Caleb Downs or Reuben Bain so I could win some money. I'm just kidding. I'm going to be honest with you guys. That would be sweet. Just get those guys out of the way here. But it'll probably be Reese.
Wow, they
Jeremiyah Love, are you shitting me?
Why?
They really did it.
Look what they've done to my boy as a Notre Dame fan. I hate this.
Oh, and that was the end of Jeremiyah Love. Whatever happened to that guy? That's what we're going to be asking, just like Marvin Harrison, even at a better season this year, a little bit. But oh,
no.
So Love goes
Arizona.
3 to Arizona. So Maggie, what do you think Tennessee does now? Ryan and I thought that was the landing spot, was Love to Tennessee. So now he ends up going 3. Do you think they go with Reese now? Do you think they go offensive lineman? Robert Saleh in his first year. What do you think they do?
Well, probably defense if it's Saleh, but they're probably licking their chops. They may have just gotten the best player in the draft with Arvell Reese because he fell. Arizona, is this like they're listening to the LaFleurs? Like, is this a present for the other LaFleur for Mike? is this what they're doing? I'm so disappointed them.
I feel like we're watching a draft, Maggie, in like 1997. Remember, like when running backs would go like top 5? I still can't believe that they actually just took Jeremiyah Love. Who's your favorite player in this draft? Like, you know, if you could, if your team could have any of these guys, who would it be? Either side of the ball.
My team specifically, or just like in general?
Well,
I think
you're a Bills fan, so
yeah.
Like,
we got 99
you don't
problems.
need Jeremiyah
Quarterback
Love.
and running back aren't one of them, but we actually do. They got problems. You wouldn't think they have problems, but they actually do have problems. We can talk about that. Who's my favorite? I mean, probably Caleb Downs. Like, what more do you need to see? But I remember doing a live draft show for Sports Illustrated and many years ago, and sitting on a set next to Albert Breer and I don't even remember who else was on the set that night. And Jamal Adams got taken by the Jets. And it was like, he's a can't miss. And it's like, well, here's the problem. The team was not ready for a safety like that. So it's the positional value, especially when they end up passing on like Mahomes and stuff. But who's not in this draft? But probably Downs, I would say, is probably like the best over. As if I think someone's like going to the Hall of Fame.
Downs.
Yeah, me too.
Probably him. Man, Arizona. Oh, jeez.
I can't believe it.
I'm bummed, too,
It's
because
crazy.
Marvin Harrison, we never get to see this guy barely anymore, and now it's going to be Jeremiyah Love, who was so fun to watch in college, and he's just going to waste away. That stinks.
Maggie, which team do you feel like the best moving up in the first round and making a trade? Because we have 6 teams with 2 first-round picks, the Jets being one of them, the Giants who are on deck with the number 5 and number 10 pick. Which team do you feel best about moving up in the draft?
Man, does anyone really want to move up in this draft? I'm getting the sense that everyone wants to move down, you know, and I was even wondering if even the Giants with that 10th pick were going to try to move down and try to collect some more. Who would want to move up? Well, the Cowboys. You can always count on the Cowboys for maybe a move up, even though people like to think that Jerry Jones is like this, you know, he called the Gambler was like the Netflix documentary this year, but like they draft kind of pretty by the book for the most part. A lot of linemen, but you know, maybe the Cowboys trade up. Maybe. Oh, do you guys also see about George Pickens? Do we think he's getting traded tonight, even though Ian Rappaport said he's not?
I don't think you will tonight.
No, me neither. I don't think so.
Franchise tag tonight. I'm skirting your question. My biggest draft wild cards are always, you know, the Browns. I think they're going to need to. I was thinking, how about this for the Browns? Tell me this is not a possibility. Late round, day 3, Diego Pavia, just for the hell of it. Like, let's make this quarterback. You thought the quarterback room couldn't get weirder last year. Let's just make it full on 3-ring Shador and Diego Pavia together, and just let
it wouldn't surprise me at all. And Dylan Gabriel, we can't forget either, because he's still there too.
He'll be gone.
So, hey, we were talking about this. Do you really believe that we won't see Mendoza this year? Because Kirk Cousins was dealing the last 4 or 5 games of the season when he actually got out there for Atlanta. Do you think that they're going to stick to the plan and actually sit Mendoza an entire season, or do you think we see him like week 4, week 5, year 1 in Vegas?
I think the biggest possibility is they do the Eli Manning thing, which is, I think it was the first, now I'm blanking, 8 games they gave Kurt Warner, and then they went to Manning. I remember maybe it was 9 games. I think they were 5-4. Maybe they do that. But you know what that would indicate to me? that Brady really is making the decisions here, micro and macro. And I got this totally wrong. I got to hand it to McLovin, my former co-host. I was like, I think Brady's going to be great for the Raiders. He's like, why? I'm like, I don't know. He's just got like that winner, Brady knows how it's done.
Yeah.
And like Brady sucks at this so far. The returns are not good. If he had anything to do with the Ashton Genty pick last year, just terrible. And with Mendoza, I think Brady might think to himself, sitting helped him, right? Like if Brady puts himself in those shoes, like if Brady was coming out of Michigan and he got thrown right into the fire and Drew Bledsoe was not I New England, maybe he feels like he would have sunk.
I'm not going to. This is a surprise,
and maybe
guys.
he's trying to do
Okay.
that.
So I can't do headphones with you guys. I'm not going to tell you what I just saw, so I don't want to look. Schefter just ruined it for me.
Okay.
No tipping of the picks.
Commanders fans are going to be upset.
We cut off your fingers if you
Listen,
tip the picks.
I can't get on there. You guys talk to Maggie, but I'm just letting you guys know now. Oh boy.
All right, Maggie. Let's see. Titans pick is up.
Oh boy.
Carson Beck. Kidding.
And his Ferrari.
Wow, they went Carnell Tate at.
Shut the fuck up. No way.
Wow.
Son of a bitch. There goes my Mekhi Lemon first receiver taken. Well, no Mexico for me this year. Got to tell my wife gently.
I went over
Sorry.
every draft bet I did last year. I literally lost every single one. So I'm sitting this year.
This used to be like my Super Bowl. This is the most unpredictable draft ever. You know what? Like next year is the draft.
Yeah.
Especially if you need a quarterback. This
Well,
year.
okay. So first of all, I don't trust Arizona, and I don't know if I trust the Titans either. But let's just look at what's going on here. This is what early indications might say to me. They don't think there's a lot of great skill position players in this draft.
100%.
And so, the interior defensive guys, this is good for teams like my Buffalo Bills who are picking late. Maybe some of these boring picks, the linemen that they actually need, I think might be available. But is this also, guys, is this setting up for the Kansas City Chiefs to get like a generational talent in the top 10? Because God knows who's going to fall to them now.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say. But you're probably right. You're probably right that it ends up happening.
It always works out. It works out.
Does.
For them.
It does. Now, Maggie, do you think
Was
that
Carnell Tate that much better than all the other receivers?
I don't honestly think so. I really like Mekhi Lemon because he averages like 3.38 yards per route against zone. That's what all these defenses play. Like teams are playing more zone than ever. But I mean, like, Tate's obviously solid. He comes from Ohio State, so that helps. Oh,
we're very chill.
Yeah.
PJ, turn yours on too.
I think maybe probably the Jordan Tyson injury.
I like Jordan Tyson a lot too.
Yeah, he's great. I just wow, Carnell Tate. Listen, they have Cam Ward. They feel like they need to get him as much help as possible.
Yeah. See, I actually kind of like that for Tennessee because initially I hated the Robert Saleh hire because I said that last year in San Francisco. I was like, he's done a great job as a coordinator here. Somebody's going to talk themselves into hiring him again, and he's not ready to be a head coach. But I really like the Brian Daboll hire as OC. I don't know if he's a head coach, but I obviously like him as a play caller. Right. But he thinks he is. And so now you're going to get at least like 1 year, like Cliff Kingsbury 2 years ago, where he's in his bag. So I'm pretty bullish, pretty high on Cam Ward year 2. So I don't really hate going out and getting him a weapon, but I just think 4 is way too soon for Carnell Tate.
Yeah, I was just looking at their offensive line, okay. They did get Wan'Dale Robinson. I forgot he signed from the Giants. Yep. Maybe Saleh feels like he actually has enough pieces there to make a great defense. And is in your division, Daniel Jones coming off injury, CJ Stroud's kind of a phantom, and we'll see if Trevor Lawrence actually did turn a corner at all last year. Maybe they feel like they've got the guys to stop the quarterback.
I think Jeremiyah Love was the pick for Tennessee. I think that's who they wanted. And then they were just hell bent on getting some kind of skill position guy. Yeah. I think it surprised them a little bit. I think they maybe thought he would be there, and then they wanted to pivot to make sure they got a weapon. The Giants are on the clock, Maggie. Their pick is in. So whoever they wanted, they didn't waste any time. What do you think?
They get Arvell Reese
Please
now.
no Sonny Styles.
That
Please
you
no
think that's
Sonny
the plan?
Styles.
Please,
Please no
Caleb
Sonny
Dallas.
Styles.
Maybe it's Sonny Styles. I mean, that would be a Harbaugh pick, right?
You figure it's got to be one of the Ohio State guys.
I think so too.
How do you think the Giants are going to be this year? Do you think they make the playoffs this year, year one under Harbaugh?
No, I don't know. I see where there are a lot of people who think like a lot of things could come together for the Giants, right? Like they're kind of in a perfect position. You get a first-year coach bump. You actually have some, name guys. If Jackson Dart can take a step forward, then you're good. I think they're farther away than people think. And I still think that the Eagles are going to be good. It's like, I think Washington's going to be better, and I think Dallas is going to be better. I think they're going to be playoff teams. I don't know if the Giants, and by the way, I don't know if that's fair for the Giants.
I'm not sold on Jackson Dart. Like, I like him as an athlete. He needs to learn how to slide and get out of bounds, obviously. Everybody knows that with the concussions, but I'm just not sold after 1 year and after a couple of years in a really quarterback-friendly offense at Ole Miss. I do like the Harbaugh hire, but I could see it going both ways. I could see them winning 10 games year one, or I could see it being a disaster, and then they have to draft a quarterback in a year or two. I've never been the biggest Dart guy. Are you a Dart guy, Peach?
Not really. I agree mostly with you. I think he definitely needs to protect himself better. I think the John Harbaugh edition, though, I think they're going to use this year like they did with Lamar's early years. That's why they went and got Ricard and Likely from the Ravens. That's why I kind of think they're going to use one of these first picks on an offensive lineman as well, because I think they're going to try and be run heavy, right? And use Dart's legs a little bit. But I think I'm with Ryan, Maggie. I'm more so on the side where I'm not there yet with Dart, like it feels like a lot of other people are. So yeah, where are you on Jackson Dart? Like, do you think that's a quarterback the Giants can win games with?
Well, so I ask you this, right? John Harbaugh, like, how much do we think he had to do with the development of Lamar Jackson? Matt Nagy, who you giving him credit for Mahomes? I don't think so.
No, I'm not giving him credit for anything.
He's got to wear Trubisky. So I don't know if he has my full faith. I don't know if I have a lot of faith in what's going on with the offense over there. And
do we have a prediction?
I don't think Dart's going to be, I don't know if he's going to be able to stay healthy. I'm not wishing that on him. And
I'm not going to look.
He and Scatterbo are like the
Maggie, we got big breaking news that the Browns are trading 6 to Kansas City. So you talked about maybe Arvell Reese falling. They might be thinking that he could be there for him at 6. So that could be a great call on your part.
Can I tell you how depressing draft night generally is as a Bills fan when the Kansas City Chiefs do this kind of stuff? The Xavier Worthy was bad enough, right? And you traded the pick that gave them Xavier Worthy. I don't know why they were doing stuff like that, just being totally just way too full of themselves. Like, this is going to be a nightmare. And guys, save this tape. Whoever they select with that 6th overall pick will have an impact in a playoff game they will play against Buffalo. They will impact the game in a positive way. I just promise you that.
So true.
They need an edge rusher. They could use help on the offensive line because 2 years ago they lose in the Super Bowl because Mahomes is pressured on 80% of his dropbacks. Last year they kill Mahomes, but I think they're going to go edge or hopefully maybe safety. But I think if they're moving up, they're probably going after one of these.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what the terms of the deal were on that trade.
Careful, you're gonna get pick spoiled for you.
So the Chiefs are getting 6, the Browns get 9, 74, and 148.
I refuse to let it be spoiled for me.
Here's the Giants pick.
Here it is. Oh,
we ain't recognizing shit. Come on.
All right, this might take a minute, guys.
What's everybody's prediction? Who do we think?
Do we have picks real quick here?
I'm going Caleb Downs.
Are you?
Yeah, that's what I think they do.
I really hope it is. I might.
Maggie, what's your prediction, real quick, on the Giants?
I think it's Reese, and if it's not him, this is officially a drop. Like, he's sliding.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I don't know. Actually, the Giants. I think they might go lineman.
Listen, their offensive line's been a mess for going on a decade. So the fan base is not going to be mad about that.
That's true. Could be the Miami kid, maybe, the offensive lineman.
Wait, so you guys are not spoiling? This is the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is. Reese.
It is Arvell.
Reese.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Really,
The Giants
great
defense,
for them.
like next
Great.
year, should be so legit with all these pass rushers, but somehow they'll still find a way to be shit, and it won't.
I
make
mean,
any
think
sense.
about it. You just said that, and they got rid of Dexter Lawrence and just like got rid of him, and but they still have like 5 bona fide stars.
Exactly. Like a couple of years ago, I
3.5.
didn't understand the move for Burns. Right, man.
I know.
So
he's
do you
sick,
think
by the way.
do you think KC traded up in the hope of getting him, or there are 2 players there? Maybe it was Styles and Reese.
No,
that
it might be
maybe
Sonny
were there.
Styles.
I think they might be
Sonny
getting
Styles.
Sonny Styles.
Oh,
Yeah, because I don't think they would have to move up for downs. Do you?
No, I agree.
Their secondary is nonsense, though. They're not moving up for a lineman. We know that. Yeah, we'll see. I would like them to take Ruben Bain.
All right, so we'll see what Kansas City does now with the 6th pick. People that are watching us, but are also there we go. There's the trade alert.
Shout out to IHOP.
Man, I cannot tell you how pissed off I am about the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, but you know what? No matter who they take. This is again, I'll give you this from the Bills perspective here. If I'm just gonna like get my Bills helmet on here. This is what pisses off Bills fans. It seems like Kansas City generally does everything to try to build the best roster possible. Right? And I don't know if Buffalo always does that. And it's annoying.
Man. A little bit.
I mean, do you think Kansas City will be you feel good they'll be back in the playoffs this upcoming season? You think Mahomes will be fine? They'll figure it out?
I mean, that guy plays through so much pain. Like I don't I can't doubt it. Like he has this pain threshold. And even though the season is super long, I just feel like he's gonna gut through it. And having him at 60% is better than half the league.
My wife
Hard to
asked me
tell.
why Fernando Mendoza didn't attend the draft, and I said, "Babe, he's a lame. You think that guy goes anywhere?" I'm getting attacked over here by bugs. Sorry, Maggie. One just flew in my mouth. I actually, I think it's over for Kansas City. I think it's over for the next couple of years.
Really?
That offensive line is really bad. Even if Mahomes does come back, I don't really love the weapons, especially with like everything that's went on off the field with Rashee Rice, because I do like him the most. Like Worthy is a good number 2, 3 gadget guy. Kelsey is done. And then the defense, that's the reason I've liked Kansas City for the last couple, since they've been winning Super Bowls, other than Mahomes, has been Spags in that defense. And that defense really fell off a cliff. Like Chris Jones was lazy and looked fat and out of shape last year. I think Kansas City is going to take a step back again this year. I really do.
Which is
I'm high on
crazy.
Buffalo.
Oh, really?
I really think, I am. I'm a big Josh Allen guy, though. We'll see. Make or break year, I think. For
I mean,
Buffalo. I say this every year, though.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a while with Josh.
Well, now
but
McDermott's gone, though.
No, but that's the thing. It's like McDermott's gone, and they went like half measure to make Joe Brady. Like what you said, maybe one of the most pivotal years. Josh is like going to be. He either is 30 or is going to be 30, and they're handing the keys over to a first-year head coach.
Yeah,
that is wild card. I would have rather them gone with Mike McCarthy.
Like, even though I thought the Ravens made the right decision because it was time for Harbaugh to go, I would have rather. No, I don't know about Mike McCarthy, but I would have loved Harbaugh for the Bills. Shit, last year I would have loved Ben Johnson for the Bills.
So I was pounding the table 3 years ago for Jim Harbaugh. Remember Jim Harbaugh was like at the Minnesota Vikings on signing day? Like he wanted to leave. And I'm like, get him to Buffalo. Like
that would have been the perfect. They would have won a Super Bowl by now.
And he's so weird. And weird,
We'll
but like they would have had the Super Bowl. I really believe that. And I don't know.
Wow, the Chiefs made out well. They get a
Hell
third
of
and
a
a
trade.
5th-round pick for that.
Yeah. All right, so the Chiefs pick is in. Maggie, who do you think Kansas City's taking?
I mean, they had to have traded up for thinking that Styles was going to be gone, right? Or that Downs is going to be gone. It's got to be one of those guys.
I think it
Unless
might
it's
be
offensive
Styles,
line.
man, right?
Maybe it's offensive line, and they wanted their pick of the best O lineman.
All right, guys.
Yep.
I need Sonny Styles on the board.
Here we go.
I need an O-line.
Oh, I need Sonny Styles to stay on the board.
Oh wow, they went with the
Sonny
corner
Styles
out
is
of
on the
LSU.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, their secondary's a mess.
Dang.
That
That's
makes
so
sense.
funny. Whoa.
That's a shot to trade
know,
up for him.
It's
too.
actually, guys, this is not that surprising. Like, they just traded their
They
best.
did like
They
him.
traded McDuffie to the Rams. Like, they need
Right.
I'm not
help.
betting thousands of dollars on this draft anymore. I'd be living on the street tonight. So moving up for him is kind of surprising, though. Best corner in the draft, obviously, but I mean, don't you think he would have been there?
Yeah.
Like, who was taking him?
Wow.
They're ready, baby. They're ready. They ain't fucking
Oh my
around.
God, guys, this is it. This is it. Can you?
They saw what the Vikings did those couple times where they forgot to get the pick in time.
No, just get all of us. Yeah.
Man, that was fast.
This is all I care
That was
about.
fast. Well, Maggie, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Good
Yeah,
luck to your
guys.
Bills later in the draft.
Thank you.
This is the
Boo,
year.
Kansas City. And they're probably amazing
Yes.
corner who's probably going to have a pick 6 on Josh Allen in the divisional round.
I'm sure Mansour Delane will be the next Pat Surtain, but you know, is what it is.
It's written in
We'll
the
talk to you
stars,
again.
guys.
We'll talk to you
Never-
again soon. Enjoy the rest of the
Never going to
draft.
be a winner. Bye,
Maggie.
guys.
Sorry
Thanks
I
for
couldn't
having
hear
me.
you. I sacrificed for my friends.
You didn't hear. You didn't miss
All right,
anything.
here we go. Here we go, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right. This is also going to be a thing because when Rob Brown comes on, I won't be able to talk shit to him since you guys have all the earpieces. I didn't really think about that. There's a lot of, listen, we keep adding layers to this, and then it's like, oh shit, I actually need to have more. Anyway, nobody cares about this. I'm just talking through this because the Commanders, this is so fast to have this in. So
They're
we
ready.
don't have.
They must have been standing, just waiting to put that card in.
I'm praying this is Sonny Styles, unless it's Caleb Downs. You've got Carnell Tate off the board. That's big. I doubt it's Jordan Tyson, but like they do need a receiver. I hope they don't go Jordan Tyson.
I hope they don't take him at 7.
I would pray that they don't.
But you know what? In this draft, man, get what you need because, like, next year's draft is so much deeper. Obviously,
Sonny Styles. So here's the thing about Sonny Styles, and this is why I've been trying to speak it into existence from the beginning. You can drop Sonny Styles back, as sort of a hybrid safety. You can get him up in the box as a linebacker. He can rush the quarterback. They need somebody that can do a lot of different things. They needed just to get younger for one. They've been doing that. Obviously, in the draft, you're going to get younger, but for the Commanders to also add somebody that has that speed, that athleticism, that versatility, Sonny Styles has been the guy that I've wanted this team to take from the beginning. And I'm glad because Jeremiah Love's off the board. That temptation's gone. Carnell Tate off the board. That temptation's gone. So they're probably not going to look offense here. I really think that this is a Sonny Styles pick here at 7 for the Commanders.
I do think they're going defense
for sure.
or offensive line.
I would personally.
No, they won't go offensive line. What they need is a center, and they ain't drafting a center at 7. So.
No, that's what.
I would take Caleb Downs. I would take
You would
Caleb
go
Downs because I think he's the best player.
Same
but
here.
you can't go wrong with Styles either. I think either guy, good choice.
I would take Downs because I need him to go for money purposes, and I would take him because I think he's the best player left.
Yes,
I'm with you.
Over Sonny Styles?
Yeah, over Styles, I do like him.
There's the Commander's war room, guys.
I still like Reuben Bain.
All right.
Even short arm Bain.
Adam Peters, don't screw this up.
He is.
Hey, look, he's no backwards hat today. He is professional, okay?
Here we
This
go.
is the draft. All right, this is it. I'm nervous, guys.
Good luck, fellas.
This is such a massively important pick for everybody here because, damn it, we've suffered and we had the tease of 2024 and then last year was a shit show again. This is what we need right here.
In the lead up to the draft,
Please be
Commanders
defense.
have emphasized rebuilding and reshaping their defense, according to Schefter. So
Yes.
that would tell you they're probably going defense.
Why's Jerome Bettis out there?
I don't know. That's a good question. Can Jerome Bettis play defensive end for the Commanders?
Oh, I know it's Pittsburgh, but I
that.
thought,
I mean, it is
like an old
Pittsburgh.
commander. Oh, man.
Well, they have to do the speech and the award. Yeah, we got to wait for that. All I want to know is who the hell my Commanders are going to pick. That's it. That's all I care about.
Ty Simpson.
If Jeremiah Love was on the board and they brought out a Notre Dame running back and Jerome Bettis, I'm like, there's your pick.
There you
Jeremiah Love. But he's not there.
Oh, jeez. See, this is the problem. Is like you wait. This is the worst because not every pick has some stupid thing they do before, and then like you're excited about your team to get up there, and then you're like, oh, we got to wait. Yeah. No, I know that's why they're doing it, but it's like I don't want it to be for my team. I want to know who the damn pick is. I know I could look and it's going to be spoiled for me. I'm not doing it. This is like Christmas. When I was a kid, yes, did I sneak and look at presents before Christmas? Yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah! Sonny Styles, let's go! Sonny Styles. We got a guy that can play linebacker, can rush the quarterback, little safety while we're at it. I love this. Yeah, he might be the green dot. Let's go.
That's a great pick.
Oh, I'm so happy. I love this. I'm ecstatic. I've been speaking this into existence. I could not be happier right now.
That's what Dan Quinn needs. He needs his leader on the defensive side of the ball. That
Hell
defense
yeah,
was horrific. I mean, the defense was bad 2 years ago. They just won despite it. Good pick. Selfishly, it doesn't make me any money, but good pick.
That's true.
We got a chance though with New Orleans to get downs. If not, we're
all right, guys. I'm gonna bring on Rob Brown. Rob, just so you know, Rob, I can't hear you. It's just we've got way too many people here, so I can only talk so much shit to you. But I'll bring you on, buddy. So this is how it goes. We bring Rob Brown on for the Saints pick. He's got a beer. This is what I love about you, buddy.
You're
damn right
I'll bring
he's
you
got a
on,
beer.
and then the boys will handle the rest of this. I'll do a little executive producing, running around here, getting some other stuff. But I'm just going to set you up with this, my friend. I am excited about Sonny Styles for me as a Commanders fan. The next question, obviously, is a Saints team that, as you know, has a lot of holes that they need to fill, pretty much similar to what my Commanders have been.
Let me start with you, son of a bitch. That's who I wanted. I was ready for Sonny Styles to QB the defense for me. I thought that was the pick. I thought that was the guy. Washington had their pick in before Delane was even done with his interview. So that was pretty much an obvious layup there. So I think Caleb Downs goes to New Orleans, right? I got to think if you want an offensive lineman, it's interior offensive lineman. I don't think there's anybody there that you're taking at 8. Maybe there's a trade back because I know Mickey Loomis does not mind trading up and down a little bit in the first round, but I feel like they would have announced that already. Wide receiver's a position I liked. I don't know if I like Jordan Tyson more than I like either Downs or Ruben Baines. I'm with you, Horvat. I'm still a big Ruben Bain guy. I know I've heard the term short arms about 30,000 times today to the point it's aggravating. But if you watch that natty, because I was getting drunk watching that game with you that night, that kid was a monster and one of the few guys that made Indiana's offensive line look like they were having some trouble with him.
Are you going to do like a black one? Or are you going to get one that's a different color?
Yeah, man, I think he's going to be an absolute stud. I think he could be a double-digit sack guy, for at least a couple of years if he could stay healthy. You think that the Saints are going to go downs here, you said?
I don't know that they will. I looked at it and you go, there's really not a level on defense that this team doesn't need, right? Like I wanted Sonny Styles with DeMario Davis going. You needed an inside linebacker. You needed a leader of the defense. You needed that quarterback playing in the middle, which is why Sonny Styles was the guy that I wanted because I think he fits that role. We could use a safety. We can use an edge rusher. There's not a spot really that I think would be too much of a reach with the exception of maybe going wide receiver here because I think there's a couple of guys you can pick up with the next pick and be just as good.
What did you think about Jeremiyah Love going number 3 to Arizona?
I believe the expression I heard from you guys was, and I quote, "What the fuck?" And yeah, that was pretty much a good summation of what I thought. In fairness, I also thought if Jeremiyah Love dropped to 8, that would have been New Orleans' pick. Alvin Kamara's aging out. We got to have a running back. As much as I wanted Sonny Styles or a linebacker, I really thought finding Kamara's replacement would have been the move if Jeremiyah Love fell there. But I think you've also seen the last couple of years that we're looking running backs in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. Most teams are at this point, right? So I think you've got enough capital. You can hang out, wait, maybe get a project somewhere down the line. If Jeremiyah Love was at 8, he'd have been the guy. But I fell back almost all the way out of the chair when Arizona made that pick.
Right.
Rob, you think Tyler Shuck, you think he's the long-term answer for New Orleans? Did you see enough out of him in his first season to feel like we can win games with this guy?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you got a guy who was a rookie of the year contender last year. You got a guy that I would argue probably should have won it but certainly was no further down than 2 in that race as far as I'm concerned. Now, obviously, we all wait to see if the sophomore slump is there, but to have a guy who was in a competition to take his shot in week 7, 8, whatever it was, and to really put up the numbers you were looking for him to put up, like obviously there wasn't a lot of tape on the guy. We could possibly see him get caught up to a little bit. And this is why I wondered if Jeremiyah Love was the play. This is why I wondered if Kenyon Sadiq is in play here, because a young tight end's best weapon is a young quarterback's best weapon is a solid over the middle tight end. So I wondered if Sadiq would be in play there, or if Kamara ups the workload next year. I don't know. But I think the problem is you had a lot of points going up on. You had more points than we thought going up on the board last year. The places we got in trouble was we gave up more points than we thought. So that's why I think we're going defense at this spot. But I do think Tyler Shuck is the guy. We're just going to have to hit on a lotto pick to get him away.
Yeah. Obviously, in next year's draft, bunch of talent, but I laugh when everybody brings up the quarterbacks. I think they're better, obviously. But remember when we did that last year, too, and we said this was the year with Lenora Sellers and the lunatics who really thought Arch was going to come out, and everybody was talking about this class. And now there's a chance maybe we get two quarterbacks in the first round if Ty Simpson goes. Are you buying the hype of the quarterbacks next year?
Dude, are we not gun shy about doing the same thing next year we did this year? Like,
that's what I mean.
And you're right. Now, I could go around and I could make an excuse for every one of those guys. I can make the excuse that Shane Beamer and Mike Shula completely screwed Lenora Sellers because it just was not the offense that Lenora Sellers should be running. And as somebody who watched that team very closely, I was heated, buddy. Like Mike Shula effed Lenora Sellers' chances to maybe be in the draft this year. And I'm hoping they get that worked out. I go to Arch Manning. And I know you and I talked a lot of college football during the season. We were pretty pissed off about the way Texas was utilizing Arch Manning. Now, granted, it's not like Arch was jumping off the page at us, but I also looked at an offensive line that was expected to be great at Texas that was nothing but ranked booty hole all season long. He never really got the chance, I thought, to establish himself. So I'm going to make excuses for the top few names and say that, yeah, next year's class should be better than this year's class with the failure of Cade Klubnik and the rest of those guys kind of in the B and C tiers of quarterbacking. But at the same time, do you want to lay the franchise on that? Because I gave
Rob, is there a part of you that maybe thinks the Saints should go offensive lineman here because you have your pick? I mean, Kelvin Banks was terrific as a rookie, so you have that cornerstone. Now you can go get the big boy from Miami, Utah, Penn State. I mean, they have their choice. So we're about to get the pick here in a little bit, but real quick, would you be mad at all if they decided to go O-line 2 straight years in a row?
I don't know that I would be, especially if they go Mauigoa. I think that's probably the only offensive lineman that I would say to me jumps out as level, could perform as level as Caleb Downs, as Ruben Bain. If you want receiver, Mekhi Lemon's still on the board. I know Horvat mentioned him a bunch of times. I wouldn't be mad about it, especially if Tyler Shuck is going to have a little bit of a slowdown in year 2. But I would prefer, if you're going to do that move, add to the defense.
All right, Goodell's making his way to the
There we go,
Rob. So we will see
Super Bowl winning pick here.
New Orleans Saints.
I love that, and I'm quoting you on it, Horvat.
Overall pick.
Give me Caleb Downs or Ruben Baines just so I can have some money. My last shot.
I think they go lineman. Part of me kind of does. I don't know why.
Probably do, dude. No lineman taken in the top 10 would be insane.
Wow.
Jordan Tyson.
Wow.
Son of a bitch. They actually took him.
He went into the top 10.
Wow.
Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and retire from sports broadcasting, guys. It's been a pleasure working with you the last few years. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'll see you guys on the internet or something.
More Tyler Shuck weapons, man. I like it.
I'm not mad at it. Like I really would have liked to add to the defense, but I'm not mad at it. I think you probably got the best wide receiver in the draft to add up with your quarterback. You, like PJ said, you've established the offensive line. It was actually shockingly, surprisingly pretty damn good last year. You can add another couple of pieces there or later on in the draft. You got probably the fastest and best wide receiver in the draft to come hook up with a quarterback who kind of turned heads last year. I'd have preferred defense. I'm not as mad at this pick as I thought that I was going to be when I knee-jerk reaction there 37 seconds ago.
Yeah.
I mean, Cleveland's got to go offensive line.
They have
you
to.
would think that offensive line is a mess. That's
Yep.
what I'm thinking.
And they already got the picks in. I was hoping that maybe the Giants would trade down just to get downs for us.
And hey, by the way, I didn't even think about it. If that's the guy Kellen Moore wants for his offense, I'm not gonna knock that. If that's the guy Kellen Moore wanted to come play with Tyler Shuck, it feels like a move I should lay back and chill the F out.
I'd probably be, yeah. I mean, it's an
The
exciting
Giants are
move
gonna
at
get
least.
that.
You know, it's a new weapon. Offensive lineman,
we've
not
been
the
drafting
sexiest
nothing
pick.
but offensive and defensive linemen with our
Right.
first round pick for the past 74 fucking years. So I guess I should be excited that we actually got a skill guy.
I just can't believe that they took him there at 8.
So what's
Yeah,
been
it
the
feels a
most
little-
shocking pick so far?
All of them?
Love,
Love, 3, 2 receivers.
Delane. I mean,
Yeah.
there's been a
Styles.
bunch, dude. There's been a bunch.
Sonny
The
Styles
most
was
shocking
the only
pick
one
is
that
the
I think was-
2026 NFL draft.
and Mendoza, obviously. You know, but man, I mean, I didn't see Love going at 3. I almost bet him to go over 4.5. And then I didn't see 2 receivers going before we got to pick 9. So I'd say that's probably the biggest surprise. Although everybody loved Jordan Tyson going into last year.
I mean, it wasn't bad last year. Arizona
he's
State was just
emotional.
wildly disappointing, but it's still a
Yeah.
banger of a talent.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Sam Levitt's as good as everybody thinks he is either.
Same.
I mean, Olave Tyson can be a nice 1-2 punch. Both those boys can stay healthy.
Right.
That's going to be the thing, right? Like Olave can't get his bell rung again, and Tyson's got to prove he's got the legs. But if those guys stay healthy, and by the way, this is kind of an aside. The Pelicans just fired their entire training staff because the injuries have been killing that basketball team the last couple of years. And from what I've been told, there's a very good chance the Saints are going to follow suit. And injuries have been a massive problem. So I know I'm just absolutely pissing in the wind looking for any copium that I can inhale right now, but I'll take what I can get.
All right, Browns pick is in. I'm surprised that the Browns pick took so quickly.
Well, they're probably
maybe
just
try
like,
and trade
whatever
again,
lineman's
get
yeah.
more.
We'll go best lineman.
Guys, I have a surprise since I can't hear anything. Just let Chris Mack know. Chris Mack jumps on with us live from Pittsburgh. Let's just add another to the group. Just so you're aware now, the headphones are in their 2 ears. I tried to jerry rig this and do more, and it just didn't. So I'm just going to
Can
welcome
nobody
the in
give
buddy,
this
and then you
man
guys can
one
all talk
earbud?
shit to each other, and I'll just sit here to be a seat filler at this point, which is fine. I talk plenty, so good to see you, buddy.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Chris, good to see you, pal. We're doing good. What's traffic been like around the city the last couple days?
Dude, no lie. I got to work faster than I've ever gotten to work today. Like everybody worked from home in Pittsburgh today. It's literally, it looked like a ghost town on the highways. Now, down on the North Shore where the draft is taking place in downtown, obviously there's, 250,000 people jammed into a parking lot right now. But other than that, they scared the hell out of us. Like when they tell you that there's going to be a foot of snow and then you get a dusting.
Chris, what do you think about 2 receivers going in the top 10 and Jeremiyah Love going at 3 to Arizona? Your thoughts on what we've seen so far?
I mean, doesn't this kind of track? I mean, it tracks with what I thought. PJ and I talked about this on Sunday. I really thought that there wouldn't be a lot of moves made. Now, obviously, Brett Veach was kind of telegraphing things a bit when he said that he did think there would be moves made because he made a move. But I think everybody else is not willing to move up in this first round. Like, I just don't think it's the kind of draft where now that we're kind of past the first 8-9 picks, that people aren't going to be trading up to snag these guys. Nothing against any of them, but like it's just not as deep a draft at the top of the first round. So it didn't surprise me that the Cardinals weren't able to get what they probably thought the 3rd overall pick was worth. And so they just stuck there and took probably the most talented dude in the draft.
Yeah. Guys, through 9 picks so far, I think we've had like 6 surprises, which has been nuts. Browns just took Spencer Fano from Utah, who's a great player, one of the top offensive linemen. I think a lot of people felt like Malioga from Miami would be the top offensive lineman off the board. So the Giants have so many different options right now. They could go Lemon at receiver. They could go Downs. They could, I mean, they got so many options right now. So what do you boys, Rob, we'll start with you. Early thoughts on what you think the Giants do here with pick 10. And do you like the pick for the Browns with Fano?
Yeah, listen, we were all on board with Browns have to go offensive lineman, right? Now, I don't know that Fano was the one that I thought they would have gone with. I thought that was probably a mid-teens pick. I thought you would have probably go Mawagoa or somebody more towards the top of that list, but at least they made the right pick and didn't draft the quarterback, I guess. Congrats, Cleveland. You didn't do it for once. New York's going to go fat guy practical pick here, right? Like they have to as well, especially we talked about Jackson Dart earlier. As physical and as psychotic as that guy plays, as much as you've got to protect him, as much as you've got to protect Scatterbo, I don't think the Giants can do anything but go offensive line. It's a fat guy practical pick.
I wonder.
Chris,
go
ahead.
I was going to say, I wonder if this starts a lineman run with Maui Noah at 10 and Fano still out there. And then all of a sudden you got the Ravens coming up at 14, who if Venga Ione gets to them, they'll jump on him. This might actually be a spot. I don't think it's realistic, but if somebody wanted to move up like 5, 6, 7 spots and jump on a lineman run, this would be the spot to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good call. There goes Francis right there. So another tackle off the board. Dolphins are up next. They have plenty of needs. Dallas after that at 12. Chris, what do you want Pittsburgh? What do you want the Steelers to do?
Well, wide receiver or lineman is what I said coming in. And look, I made the mistake probably, 5 years ago, the 21 draft. They desperately needed offensive linemen, the Steelers. And I remember going into the national championship game and going, don't get enticed by Najee Harris. Don't get enticed by Najee Harris, Chris. And then what happened? Najee had a really awesome national championship game. And I went, oh, let's get Najee Harris. And we saw how that worked out. So I have learned my lesson from 5 years ago, guys. And I am saying, get your offensive lineman in the first round.
Oh, we got to trade. Be the Ravens. We got to trade, boys. The Dolphins are trading the 11th pick to
the Dallas
Cowboys.
Wow.
Dallas is moving up one fucking spot.
So Jerry didn't want to take any chances.
They're moving up one fucking spot.
He wanted to move up one spot.
Oh, well, PJ, I'm going to tell you right now, we are going to get ourselves.
Jerry just walked out of Massage Envy and saw the draft started.
We saw a man we liked, and he looked. I'll be honest, boys. I just pictured the star in the side of his helmet, and I said, "That's what we got to have right there. That's our man." And I wasn't going to wait around like PJ Glasser said. I said, "I'm going to go get my man."
That's what he did. No more.
Wait, so they keep 11 and 12 though?
No, they'll fix the.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah. I was like, what was? Yeah, I was like, what was the actual? If it's just a. So like
that would be a very Dolphins
I want to know
thing
what
to
they
do
gave
right
up and
now.
why.
Right.
just
I need to
give
know
away.
this
Yeah,
one.
just
This
give
one's
away your
good.
pick for free.
Spots. Yeah.
Jerry just wanted to move up because his bedtime's in 5 minutes. Had to get the pick in before he has his key. Like, what are we doing here? They're moving up one spot. Like Miami.
Do we know if it's officially a pick swap? Like it isn't Pickens, is it?
Wait, hold on. No, I haven't even seen the details yet. Nothing in.
Yeah, I don't know.
They just have these Schefter alerts with a bunch of bullshit on the bottom.
What's been your guys' favorite pick so far? Rob, we'll start with you. Through the first 10, what's been your favorite pick?
My favorite pick so far is probably the one with them leaning over
Mendoza.
the craps table at the casino in Mississippi before he got fired by the Titans. That's my favorite pick. So, draft. My bad. That's on me. That's my bad. Honestly, this one, it's unexciting. It doesn't jump off the page. It's not necessarily something that you look at and go, that's a home run pick. That's a Super Bowl pick. But I think it's exactly what the Giants needed. I'm about 70% sold that Jackson Dart's the guy. But I also know that if Jackson Dart doesn't figure out how to not throw his head into every collision that happens on the damn football field, he's not going to last to be the guy. So the best way to stop that is try to minimize the contact that he is going to take in the pocket. This is how you do it. You go get the best offensive lineman on the board. So to me, everybody else I think is maybe going BPA, maybe not necessarily going highest need. I think the Giants did both with this spot, and I think it's the right pick for it.
Chris, what about you? What's been your favorite pick?
I was going to say, much to the delight of some of the friends in the back of the garage there, I think Sonny Styles is a steal. I absolutely love that for Washington.
Yeah, they were very.
It's exactly what they need.
Horvat, what's been your favorite pick so far?
I think I agree with Mac. I think Sonny Styles, man. I mean, Washington, even 2 years ago when they made that run to the NFC Championship game, the defense overperformed. Year one for Quinn, but they got to fix up that defense. Obviously, Jaden has to stay healthy. I'm not in love with the offensive line, but yeah, I really like the Styles pick. I was actually kind of surprised he was there in this draft. So like that one. And then I'm not going to lie. I don't love anything else because as a Jeremiyah Love guy, I don't really like him in Arizona because they don't have a quarterback. And I needed Ruben Bain to go before pick 9, and we didn't get it. So I don't know. I think Mendoza's the safe pick for the Raiders. Do you guys, Chris, do you actually believe that we won't see Mendoza this year? We were talking about that earlier, with the pickup of Kirk Cousins, obviously the way that he played down the stretch. You think they actually go through with this plan and they sit Mendoza an entire year? Or do you think we see him like week 5, week 6?
I don't know if it'll happen that early, but I think by Thanksgiving, we've got some Fernando Mendoza action in Vegas. You can't. Look, I understand, and I think it's perfect for Mendoza if the longer he sits. Like, he's not your prototypical 1-1. He just happens to be the best quarterback in a bad draft, which is why a quarterback-thirsty team is at the top. So
making sure they get who they want is what that is.
Yeah. I mean, the Giants draft has been pretty good so far, fellas. Like, to get Reese and Francis at 5 and 10. I mean, Reese people thought we could go 2. Yeah. And then, thought maybe the Cardinals could go offensive lineman at 3. So getting those guys at 5 and 10. And, that's what Harbaugh has obviously learned from Ozzie Newsome and the Ravens. Just go best available. I feel like that's what they've done. So I think those 2 picks were really good. The Mansour Delane one by Kansas City, I just still can't really get over because I think they just could have chilled out at 9 and probably still gotten them. I don't. That's what I'm thinking. Was weird,
right? Like who was taking a corner before 10?
Right, that doesn't add up for me either. That felt a little panicky by the Chiefs, and you just traded a former All-Pro level or Pro Bowl level corner for the 9th pick, and then you decided you were going to trade that pick to take another corner. Like, I understand, or younger and all that, but I don't know. It feels a little disjointed in Kansas City.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't love that move.
It does. All right, so we're waiting for Dallas's pick to see what they do. They traded up 1 spot, flipped picks with Miami, who's going to be drafted 12. Then you got the Rams, the Ravens, and the Bucks, 14 and 15. Still some good value on the board. The Rams were linked to Mekhi Lemon for a while, so that could be the pick at 13. Miami, they could go any different direction. So
right.
I feel like this is Downs. Horvat, what about you?
I got the Rams taking a receiver. I bet that after the A.J. Brown shit fell through. Dallas, what do you think? Dallas moving up? I kind of think Dallas is going offensive line here.
You think they could jump up 1 spot for an offensive lineman?
Well, just because it's like, I don't understand. So they traded away
it's in. It's in.
2 fifths just to jump up 1 spot.
Waiting for it. So let's see.
Unless it's Ruben Bain.
We're on a delay. All right, here we
Probably
go.
Is
Dallas
Downs.
pick.
Yep.
It's what I thought it would be.
Great.
Yeah.
Great pick.
Yep. I like that.
It is a great
Fucking
pick, man.
Great, man.
That's
It is.
That's a steal at 11. I still can't believe he's there. I really would have preferred him
Same.
going before 8.5. But
Yeah.
man,
Yeah,
that's
you're right.
a hell of a pick for Dallas. Wow. Caleb Downs.
That's what they
him
need.
being
Though.
available here has got to be. I honestly, it might top Jeremiyah Love being the Ferrari parked next to a trailer park of a pick at 3. This might be a bigger shock.
That's such a good pick. Downs is such a cowboy too. He's gonna rock that crop top in the
There's a short era with him. Yeah.
What do you guys think about that division next year with everything going on with the Eagles, Dallas, Commanders? I really like what they do, obviously, tonight with Sonny Styles. What do you think about the East next year?
I got to see what Philly does, once they move on. Like, what do they do in this draft to, they got a couple pieces behind Devontae, but like that's you've got to go out and get another receiver early in this draft. I feel like if you're Philly, and if not, even with that, right, you're still gonna deal with. There's gonna be people in the room. I don't care who they are who are gonna be pissed that AJ's gone, and you're gonna have to work through that. You're gonna have to get everybody on the same page with a new offensive coordinator. Work through Jalen Hurts trying to do all the crap that he was doing last year. Apparently, they feel like a low key 9-10 win team if they can't get everything on the rails again.
All right, the Dolphins pick is in too. These last few picks that we've had from a bunch of these teams have been quick, man. Whoever these guys want at the top of their boards.
Peach, they said 8 minutes. Fuck that shit. We're going in 3 minutes. Let's go.
Here we go.
Riding through it.
We're cooking. I mean, Dolphins. I mean, it just makes sense to just keep Ruben Bain in Miami, doesn't it? Like that kind of just feels like the play.
Lemon would be a hell of a pick here too. But
that's where my head went first. I immediately went to Lemon here. You've got to buffer up the wide receiver spot.
I mean, literally, you're going to have Quinn Ewers throwing passes or Malik to frickin' Tutu Atwell next year. Like,
right.
That could be. If that ends up happening, I think the Rams probably are going to trade out, would be my guess.
If they go Lemon here?
If they go
I
Lemon,
agree. Yeah, I think then the Rams will move back. I think if Lemon's there, they'll take him at 13.
If Miami doesn't take Ione or Bain and the Ravens are guaranteed one of those guys, I'm going to be very happy.
I can't remember a draft like this, how unpredictable this has been after pick 1.
This has been wild.
And I absolutely love the 8-minute time limit. Just inject this into my veins. We're racing through the first round. We'll be done by 11:30.
Yeah. I know. I said 11's my limit. Round 1. I'm too old for midnight.
Relax,
for
Grandpa.
30.
I believe in you.
No. My team doesn't even have a first round pick.
Do we think somebody trades back up into 28 through 32 to take Ty Simpson?
That's what I'm hoping, man. I took his draft position under 28.5, and I think it closed at 26.5. I was thinking Arizona, but
that makes the most sense.
I like Ty Simpson. Shit, I kind of I'm not ready to write off Garrett Nussmeier. I think he's a project. I'm not taking him until day 3.
Did you see
the fourth round? But
did you see the reports about Nussmeier apparently having a cyst on his spine, and that's why the injury wouldn't go away all season? If they got that fixed and that was legitimately hampering him, I like him more.
He was never healthy. It was just a mess there. Again, I'm not saying he's going to be an all-pro in a weak quarterback class.
I'm catching Twitter spoilers, and I just saw what the Dolphins are doing.
Oh, you saw it?
I saw it. I can't believe. My God.
Is it disgusting?
I find it disgusting because I really don't like this guy.
They might have taken Ty Simpson.
I hope
no, not that disgusting.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. All right, Miami, Goodell coming to the podium.
Wow.
PJ.
Keep Ruben Bain home.
I want to see PJ's
What?
reaction.
Wow.
Caden Proctor. Who's he blocking?
Goodness. Yeah, fellas, I'm not that big of a Proctor fan, to be honest with you.
I wasn't a fan of anybody on Alabama's offensive line. That's why I can make the case for Ty Simpson, man. I mean, when everything went to shit down the stretch, it's because he was under pressure on like 80% of his dropbacks.
That's actually a really good point.
Go get your
and
Jets
Proctor,
you were hoping for Ty Simpson at 16, aren't you?
I was going to be pissed if the Steelers took Proctor at 21. So the fact that the Dolphins just took him at 12 makes my day. It's one less mistake for Omar Khan to make at 21.
Yeah, get him out of the way.
Exactly.
I can't believe Miami does this at 12.
Oh,
though.
the Dolphins. God bless.
I
think that's
was
it,
gonna
Alex
say, I'd have
Leatherwood
traded. I'd have
2.0
traded
boys,
back
they really
again
do.
if I was Miami for that.
Right.
I agree.
Or Proctor over. Wait, that just doesn't add up. I'm sorry.
Now
And
the
the
Rams
Rams
going
pick is
receiver
in.
makes so much
Oh, yeah,
sense
Lemon.
that they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
I got it. It's not even a great price, plus 170, but I need a winner. They'll end up taking a center. 13.
This is the spot where if you're dying for an offensive lineman and you're sitting back there in the late teens, early 20s, you
He's
call
moved.
up Les Snead
Yeah.
and see if you can make a move before Baltimore jumps on.
Yeah, they need
Ione.
help on that O-line.
PJ, why are you out
Ruben
on
Baines
Caden
there.
Proctor? I'm curious.
Is he lazy?
He
He
just
looks lazy to me.
he's
I try
a
not
little
to, like-
undisciplined, a little bit too many penalties. He's a great athlete, but I mean, their offensive line really struggled last year. And, you know, usually they have a guy like that they can lean on. Like they usually have kind of a top 5, top 10 overall pick at line. And Proctor was supposed to be that guy. I just thought he was a little bit too inconsistent.
Am I wrong to catch like Alex Leatherwood vibes from him? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what I
Mhm.
catch.
Yes, exactly. I think that's for sure.
I just look at him, I could already tell he just doesn't have that dog in him, Peach.
Yeah,
He wouldn't be on the all Horvat
he
grit team.
transferred from Alabama to Iowa for like a hot second.
Already
and
hate him.
then it fell through, and then he transferred back to Alabama. So I don't know
Oh,
what
that's
exactly
right. I forgot
happened
about
there,
that.
but yeah, yes. So
The Rams are going to take all 8 minutes of this to
Yeah.
see what they can cook up. I would be more surprised if the Rams stayed and picked here than if they
Just
traded out.
Total contract 25 to 26 million.
yeah.
The guaranteed first year of 4.5 to 4.7 million. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then
let's see what LA
Baltimore.
decides to do.
Who's that? Oh, Tampa at 15 then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of who even would move up for an offensive lineman. This is why I wish Green Bay had a pick in the first round because they could use another tackle.
I don't know. You know, the Rams maybe go with that corner out of Tennessee too. McCoy potentially. Could be
Yeah.
Lemon. They got some different options.
I think it's going to be Lemon.
But I think Lemon makes sense because they're going to have to pay Puka $40 million next year. So,
Oh, Ty Simpson's in the green room, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get him drafted before 28, preferably. Rams are going to take a quarterback in this draft.
Chris, who do you want the Steelers to draft at 21?
I'd like to see them. It doesn't look like Vangaione's going to be around there. I would have loved to have seen that. Otherwise, I'd be totally good with like an Omar Cooper or Denzel Boston. I think that would work really well. Even though I just went on my rant a couple minutes ago about offensive line, but I just don't know if there's going to be. I don't like Monroe Freeling from Georgia, so that feels like another miss. Like he gives me Broderick Jones vibes, who they're trying to essentially replace.
Yes.
So with all those linemen off the board, I would probably have to just go Cooper or Boston.
I could see that for sure. Rob, do the
And then-
Saints have a second first round? Oh, go ahead, Chris.
No, you're good.
Rob, I was going to ask you if the Saints have a second first-round pick. Can't remember.
No, we do not. We've got our one. That being said, we have traded up back into the first round a couple of times the last couple of years. So I would not say you won't see them again, but right now, next pick up would be 10th pick in the second round.
I got you.
If there is a dude that they really, really like that drops a little further than they think and maybe into that 25, 27, 30 range, I think Mickey Loomis would make the move back up, and I think we've got the capital to do it.
You think I should bet the Saints to win the division next year, Rob? Really like what I saw the final couple weeks of the season.
I did too. The only thing that's going to stop me from telling you yes right now is Carolina. And I really need to see what they build in this draft because I'm not out on Bryce Young yet. I know a lot of people have told me I should be. I'm not out on Canales, but I will say I think Canales probably comes into this year on the lukewarm seat, if not the outright hot seat. So I think there's a little motivation there. But they get a lot of health back. They get Jonathan Brooks back, the kid out of Texas that has blown out the ACLs. And from what I've been told, he looked really, really good in the rehab. So maybe that adds to it. You've got a couple of wide receivers that, Tet McMillan was kind of a breakout rookie of the year candidate for a while there. And now he moves up to the one. So I'm not selling Carolina down the river. I think Tampa Bay is probably done. And I won't bet Atlanta to win a division until Atlanta literally does anything without slamming their own genitalia in the door.
Yeah, no, I'm done with Atlanta forever.
You should be.
He did.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
I hate them. Chris, you think Rodgers is coming back? Oh, and your thoughts on the McCarthy hire. I haven't even had the chance to ask you.
No, we haven't talked about that. So I was all about turning the page, like wiping the whiteboard clean and starting fresh with one of the young guys that was out there. But if you're going to look for a veteran guy, could do worse than a guy who does have a track record of working well with quarterbacks. So I don't mind that aspect of McCarthy. Plus, he's brought in like a really interesting, I know people don't care about this stuff, but if you really dig into it, a very interesting assistant coaching staff where you've got some really established veterans, and then you've got a mix of other guys like Damata Pecco and guys who were just recently out of the game who should, I think, make a really strong staff. Rodgers is what it is, man. I said it's 99.9% that he's back.
I saw it. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I saw it.
As the biggest Rodgers guy, I'm ready for him to go away. I don't mind the McCarthy hire. I don't think they're going to win a Super Bowl with them, but like you said, especially with a young quarterback,
what?
I like them.
Did this just happen?
Oh my God, guys! I
Did
know
this
I don't
just
have
happen?
my ears in, so I can't hear you guys. I'm trying not to look. My phone buzzed. I'm so sorry. All I'm gonna say is think Atlanta Falcons a couple of years ago.
No, holy shit! What?
Oh my God!
Let's go.
Horvat, congratulations, brother. What a
Oh
dub.
my God!
Fucking go.
We're going to Mexico.
I apologize for the back.
This is good. I can actually hear you guys now.
Cash it,
Do you want to
Horvey.
come on, sad Jets fan. Come over here. Hold on. Michael's coming on. He's a sad Jets fan. So Michael is a Jets fan, guys, and he has been begging the Jets to draft Ty Simpson for all season. We did this all Thursday night. You can't hear them. It doesn't matter. How are you feeling right now having this go down?
Sean McVay.
Lean into the mic. You know how to talk to microphone.
Sean McVay.
You're Gen Z.
Fuck the Rams. I hate the Rams. I hope they never win anything again. This was my future and it's gone. That was
Nick, can you ask him how comfortable he's going to be with Drew Aller as his starting quarterback next year?
How comfortable are you going to be with Drew Aller as your starting quarterback next year? Chris wants to know.
I swear, if he actually is our starting quarterback, I won't be a Jets fan anymore.
Why would you want to be a Jets fan at this point anyway?
Because we could be good in like 2 years with all the picks.
You're torture. It's got to be torture for you.
If we get a Christian Hackenberg 2.0, I'm going to lose it.
I mean, Christian Hackenberg 2.0 is that.
What's next is Carson Beck. Now I'm on Carson Beck.
Yeah, maybe Carson Beck at 16 for you. There you go.
No.
There it is. I mean, it
Unbelievable.
can't have
Such a good
all
landing
been Cade
spot for
Klubnik's
Ty.
fault, right?
Oh,
4
man.
months I've been
Oh,
talking
man.
about this.
I know you've been trying to speak this
Ty's
into
gonna be
existence
good
for
with the
4 months.
Rams, boys.
Guys, let me ask you
gonna
this.
be
Now
good.
that Horvat's taking a break and I have ears and I can hear you, Femi Abebefe is going to jump on with us in a second here too. We're actually going to try a record. Real quick, I'll say this to Rob and Chris. Anytime you guys want to jump off, just go because we're not stopping until this first round is done.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this before we bring Femi on. This draft, and if like we look back on mock drafts, and again, we know it's lying season. There's a lot of shit that's out there that's not true. This has been so far off what anybody thought it was going to be that I look at this now and go, I mean, obviously this is the biggest surprise at Ty Simpson, but even Mansour Delane going where he went, like we have guys going way high up. And at the same time, there's always somebody that drops. Ruben Bain dropping in this draft like a rock right now.
I want
Yeah.
him so bad. I want him so bad. That's the pick.
You want him bad?
Oh, man. Love.
Mendoza went 1. Yes. That's your mom jumping here. Do you? Oh yeah. So real quick before we go to Femi too.
Don't ask.
So Michael's mom,
Oh.
Jen, who's on the other side of the camera right now, she has Teddy the giant dog.
One of the two. I'll
So
take either
she
one.
has a tendency to just talk about how cute all the quarterbacks are. Michael's not a fan of this because it's his mom obviously talking
I
about
want
it.
Payne more so.
You should go look at Ty Simpson and tell us how you feel about him and report back to us. Just
I
go-
think
there's
we
this
should
thing
put.
called
I think we
Google.
should put her on the internet
right now.
when she reports back to us, so that we can have it in
Yes,
perpetuity.
He's not up on the screen now. So, all right, let's bring Femi on here now. I see him in there somewhere. Actually, this is going to be, by the way, this is going to be a new record. For
Yeah.
us. We don't usually
look
go
at that.
this
We're
many
going 5
boxes
wide?
in a row. We're going 5
You're-
wide, Femi
Nick,
Abebefe.
Nick,
This
you're
is
gonna-
a new on Game Day Garage.
You're gonna have to go full octo box. Pull out your best Scott Hansen here in a second.
7 hours of commercial-free football. Let's go, boys.
Femi, congrats on the best pick of the draft so far, getting
Hey,
Caleb Downs.
I
That's-
absolutely
I mean-
love it. I love it. Now, I actually wanted Ruben Bain because I'm a trench guy. I'm like, give me pass rushers, give me offensive.
That's who
linemen,
I want
give me-
right now.
That's what I want. So, like, if your
what I
Ravens
want.
want to pass on Ruben Bain and somehow he makes it to Dallas at 20, I will be cooking with gas, and then I will be doing cartwhells. But off to a good start with Caleb Downs, who everyone says is he was
You're right.
I watched him this college football season, but yes, if he's as good as people say, the Cowboys are off to a pretty good start with Christian Parker on this defense.
Femi, as a Commanders fan, I was really excited to get Sonny Styles, and then I watched your damn Cowboys get Caleb Downs, and I went, oh, shit. I was praying they were going to trade up for Jeremiyah Love because that's a very Jera pick. It's like, we're going to give up a bunch of picks here, and we're going to go all the way up. And that is a Dallas Cowboy right there, and Jeremiyah Love. But they made
He's a
the
star.
smart pick, which I hate. Yeah, I hate it. I hate seeing Dallas knowing that they had a bad defense get a defensive player. But, you know, listen, for me, Sonny Styles, I feel good about that. I'll tell you this, the NFC East too, man, like there is a lot of, it feels very vulnerable, especially with the way the Eagles are offensively right now and everything they've got going on with Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and all that. It just feels like a division where it's like, I'm not looking at the Giants as a team that could win the NFC East, but I know the floor is going to be higher with John Harbaugh there. They've obviously gotten aggressive and younger right now in what they did in the draft here. The Commanders, if they can stay healthy, I think are at least in a spot. Oh, God. All right. Ravens are up. Hold on. This is for
Yep.
PJ.
Here we go.
PJ, here we go.
Yep.
Please don't be Bain.
Oh, it feels like a Ravens pick, but we don't have Harbaugh there.
That's the thing. I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah,
still
they're
got
all
DaCosta.
Yep.
Like, so, I mean,
They wanted the Penn
This-
State kid.
Oh,
I'm a little
okay, there we
surprised
go.
They didn't go with
There
Bain.
we go.
Oh, my guard.
I'm happy,
there we go.
But
I'm telling you, if Ruben Bain falls to Dallas at 20, I'm at that point, I might be just pantless. like I'm ready to party.
Now, I'll let you know, there is no requirement to wear pants on here. So if you don't need
I'm
pants, that's
actively
totally
not wearing
fine.
pants right now. So I assume
I
that
actually
was
don't
okay.
have shoes.
If you tell me
I don't
the
have
Cowboys,
shoes, so
if the Cowboys come out of this draft with Caleb Downs and Ruben Bain, like that's where I'm starting to think, okay, maybe they could actually win the
Oh my
division.
God.
And maybe, just maybe, they could get to the NFC title game for the first time in frickin' 1995.
that situation that you're giving us right there, though. The Cowboys addressing defensive needs. It means a more mature Dallas Cowboys, which it's bad for everybody because George Pickens now, I was hoping there'd be more of a contract dispute, but he's going to play on that 1-year franchise tag, and kind of hoping this would be a little bit more drama, but I guess we're not going to get that drama, at least with Jared.
Well,
No, it will happen eventually, I'm sure.
Exactly. I was going to say, like, you're praising Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys for the Caleb Downs pick. Just fast forward 4 years from now when they're fighting and there's a negotiation and Downs is holding out and we have to do that whole thing again. So, like, that's coming in about 3 to 4 years if he's as good as we all think he is. But no, off to a really good start for the Dallas Cowboys. But can we, for a second, though, talk about this Ty Simpson pick here for the Los Angeles Rams? Like, that seems I get it. They want this Matthew Stafford succession plan as Ty Simpson, who was a 1-year starter at Alabama. Pretty good, not like an elite prospect, but man, I didn't think that Ty Simpson was going to go in the first round. I thought it was all smoke and everyone's just trying to build up the interest with the quarterback love. And here he is now in the not only first round, but in the top 15 going to the Los Angeles Rams.
They had to just be panicked about the Jets at 16, and that's why they weren't willing to move back at all. That's the only thing. But the only thing that explains that, Femi, is like they absolutely fell in love with Simpson during an interview, and McVay, just like you said, he sees Matt Stafford 2.0.
See you, man.
See you guys.
That's what's interesting about it, though, because we have so many reports about how Arizona loved Ty Simpson. And to me, I'm like, if you're the Cardinals, if you really like this quarterback, you can't mess around and be like, oh, we'll just trade back into the first. Like, you got to take him at 3 if you really loved him. Either one, it was bullshit and they didn't love him as much as everybody was saying they did, or they're just the biggest idiots in the league and said, we're going to take the running back and try to get Ty Simpson at like pick 28. And all of a sudden, here's Los Angeles Rams and Sean McVay saying, actually, you're not. We're going to take him 13th. So it's something's not adding up with this Cardinals Ty Simpson thing. So hopefully for the Cardinals fans' sake, it was just that they were just feeding BS and they didn't really love him that much. But if they really did, as much as the insiders seem to indicate, that's one of the more horrendous decisions that you'll see in NFL draft history.
I would like to point out that had the Cardinals picked him at spot number 3, we'd have had to kill this stream because Ryan Horvat's head might have exploded live on the internet and it would have caused a problem.
I'll give you Horvat back here. He gets the ear again.
Yeah. Listen, I don't mind that. I get what you're saying, and I'm not saying you're wrong. What I am saying is I really like my wife, but our first date was to Applebee's, not to Roost Chris, right? Like that at number 3 is not the move.
But it's like everybody said they wanted a quarterback. Now it could have all been this nonsense, and maybe they're looking towards the 2027 class, which is your Arch Mannings, your Dante Moores, all of those guys. But if we were to believe what the insiders were telling us, with the Cardinals loving Ty Simpson, you cannot mess around and pass on him at 3 and say, we're going to move back in, because there's way too many teams out there that might have been interested. And clearly it was right in their own division. The guy going to the Los Angeles Rams.
Where do you guys think Dante Moore would have went if he didn't have that, that shit fest of a playoff game and he actually came out this year? Like, he definitely goes.
Yeah, he's QB2 for sure. I think. Like, right. I think Mendoza still goes ahead of him, but I think he's definitely QB2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Rob, real quick, because I'm going to check out here in a second, guys.
Yeah.
I have to know, the first date at Applebee's, did you go with the appetizer platter to cut down on the check, or did you actually spring for 2 meals?
Oh no, let me be very clear. Okay. I absolutely laid it down at the Applebee's. I mean, we went all the way through top to bottom with
the riblets,
the extra sides on the meal. I'm just saying, picking at number 3 is the Roost Chris. Picking at number 12 is the Applebee's. And I got to tell you, sometimes Applebee's okay, boys. Sometimes you knock down 3, 4, 5, 6 brewskis watching a football game, and you just want a crappy half-ass burger on the way home. Thank you, Applebee's.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to check out, boys. Enjoy the rest of the first round. Thanks for having me. Let's pray to God the Steelers don't do something stupid at 21.
No, let's pray that they do. We'll see you, Chris.
Let's get some fireworks at the draft, though. They got the hometown crowd, so let's root for something stupid.
I can't wait for the Steelers to fuck it up and Chris to just randomly pop back up on the stream for no reason. I'm looking forward to it.
Take Garrett Nussmeyer at 21. I'd love it personally. Please.
Did you guys have
No,
you
the
guys heard anything about Carnell Tate at 4 to the Titans? That seemed like
No,
that
that's
was
wild.
the first surprise. Like I was like, okay, now we're cooking with some gas here with the surprises. Like everyone thought it was either Styles or Love or one of these defensive guys. Like I didn't see a
So
single
Femi,
person connecting those two.
I think they thought that
they wanted
Jeremiyah was gonna
Love,
be there,
right?
right?
They wanted Love, and then they panicked and they just went with the skill guys. What I think probably ended up.
And I like Tate. He was awesome at Ohio State, which funny enough, like you look at all the guys that have been drafted. I don't know if you're an Ohio State fan, how you're not just furious at Ryan Day for how this past season went down.
And Ruben Bain.
So Bain
Bain just went?
Tampa.
Oh, damn.
I mean, that is great value. That is great value.
Yeah, I like that.
My two favorite picks: Dallas and Downs, and Bain and Tampa.
I would
Bain's an
point
ass
out,
kicker.
fellas, that in a division.
I was going to say he does not look happy at all.
He's gonna have double-digit sacks this year. I guarantee it. He's small
Yeah, he's
arms
a
my
stud.
ass, motherfuckers. That's what he says.
He's a stud. He's a stud.
in a division that I genuinely think is determined by is Bryce Young him, is Tyler Shuck
my
him,
God, the
is
Jets
Michael
already.
Penix Jr. him. Ruben Bain changes every dynamic in the NFC South.
Yeah, I love it. I love it for that
I love
defensive
it.
line. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like he is like watching college football. There was one guy that consistently stood out this season, and it was Ruben Bain. Like
Yeah.
that dude is awesome. So,
And you don't have to
see.
take him off the field, man. He's top 5 against the run too.
yeah, no, he's a stud. That's a good pick. And the Bucks do a good job. Like they just draft good players. Like Emeka Egbuka, everyone's like, oh, like Emeka, and then he ends up being a stud receiver. Like, yeah, they know what they're doing.
That's a really good pick.
Yeah, they know how to
As a
draft.
football guy, I love this pick for Tampa Bay. As a Saints fan, I hate this pick for Tampa Bay. That changes the division.
Yeah. I'm actually a little surprised, but probably not if they're guys there, that Detroit didn't move up once we got that little mini run of offensive linemen to try to get up to like 11 or 12. They're like minus 350 to take a lineman. They're sitting there at 17.
That was the one that Schrager had put in his mock draft, like with the Lions trading with the Rams. And obviously Schrager is very connected with the Rams. So you see that in the mock, you're just like, okay, that's probably already a done deal. It's like he never told
Detroit. Yeah, but if Detroit's just sitting back, like, man, I mean, if they're taking Ty Simpson.
Yeah,
I still can't believe that.
Crazy.
Ty Simpson.
Look, I think Ty is going to be like Los Angeles is just obviously the perfect landing spot for him with McVay, and he'll have Puka to throw to. And he'll get to sit and learn under Stafford. Just picking him at 13 is obviously the shocker. You know, like it feels like they could have traded back, or maybe they could have waited until the second round. 13 is just kind of surprising that they did
How
that.
far back could they have traded and still got him? I'm thinking like
Well,
legitimately 22, 23.
Yeah, I mean, you're worried about Arizona also moving up, or
But if you like the quarterback though, that's the one position where you can't fuck around. You know,
right?
Like you just cannot. And sometimes it's like, hey, you got to pay a little bit more than what you think you need to pay, but the position's that important. Like that's why I keep going back to Arizona, being like, hey, like if you guys really loved him, you should have just done it at 3. I know the owner wanted Jeremiyah Love. I love Jeremiyah Love. I thought he was a better running back than Genty a couple of years ago when Genty was going off for all those yards at Boise State. Like Love pops off the screen, but like if you like the quarterback, you just got to take him and then ask other questions later, you know?
Oh, yeah. So that I walked into that. He gave me the headset. I completely agree with you on that, Femi. Like, I don't think that'd be crazy, man. Taking Ty Simpson. That's what you're talking about, taking Simpson at 3. I don't think that'd be crazy at all. I mean, like a lot of people would shit on the pick, but if you like the quarterback, get your guy. Make him a top 5 pick.
Because if he's good, guess what? Nobody's gonna say a word. You know, it's like, hey, you got your quarterback, sweet, cool. Like you know, no one's gonna care. But
and I love Jeremiyah Love, but I like Jadarian Price. You could have got a solid back in the second round.
It's going to be an interesting pick for the Jets. We were talking behind the scenes here before the Bucks picked if the Jets might have gone Ruben Bain. Could you imagine pairing Bain and Bailey together in the same draft? That would have been interesting. I kind of think I kind of feel like they go Mekhi Lemon here though, pairing with Garrett Wilson. I think.
Yeah, get a wide receiver for the quarterback for next year, whether it's Arch Manning or Sayin or Moore or whoever.
Yeah.
Because that's what teams have been doing. I mean, like the Saints get Tyson for Shuck. Obviously,
Right.
the Titans
Yep.
get Tate for Cam Ward.
Yup.
Like,
Ted
it's just-
McMillan last year with
Yep.
Carolina. So let's see what the Jets do.
Michael.
Ooh, what are the Jets doing? Oh, okay.
Oh, they did get a
Oh,
weapon.
Fuck
Damn
yeah.
good tight
Yeah.
end.
Damn.
Damn good tight
You know
end.
what?
team.
I honestly, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
Dude,
Yeah.
he is,
He-
he
he-
is,
he's-
a
he's-
freak.
He's one of those off the bus all stars, man. Like he looks good coming
Yep.
off the bus.
I think that kid's going to be a freak, and I know I'm drafting quarterback next year. So go ahead and have your quarterback's best friend with a year of experience under his belt. I like that a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree. That's a good one.
Oh my gosh.
That's a
There
great
are
pick.
So many bugs in here.
What was his 40 time? Like a 4.4? He's
jeez.
fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yep.
That'll do for the
6'3",
Jets.
241 pounds. Yeah, that'll do. He's a tight end. Lions will go offensive line here most likely.
Yeah, I mean, like who's the best available? I'm gonna pull up the best available right. Mekhi Lemon's the best available according to ESPN.
Honestly, that's a great pick.
These bugs are eating me left and right.
Are they getting
Monroe
you?
Freely.
Shoot.
But you guys got
Yeah.
mosquitoes over there? What's happening?
We
What's
do.
going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a third world country over
We
there.
I was
gotta get
looking
some
up. There's
nests.
a lot of bugs.
And Nick, I need you to take that money that you're making from having your feet exposed and put it into pest control, brother.
Uh-oh. Is he on OnlyFans? What's happening over there?
Oh, Atlanta,
Oh, no.
109, 108. I'm on the
Great,
Hawks.
Oh yeah. So
I'm
the
glad I
NBA
laid
games
one
are-
with the Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
fantastic.
Wait a minute. I'm so confused.
So they're down 2-1 in the
109,
series.
108.
What's that?
It's 109, 108.
Did the Knicks
Oh, yeah,
lose?
following along.
Yeah, the Knicks
Oh,
lost.
my
Yeah, Hawks won.
It's over. Hawks won.
Oh, it's final.
109, 108.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
I'm doing the fate of the zigzags, guys. So tonight I like Minnesota.
Is Aaron Gordon? Is he playing tonight? Because I saw
Aaron Gordon's out.
Okay, because I saw that he was ruled out, but then all of a sudden there was a report the Nuggets were saying that he was going to test it out. So I don't know if they were trying to do the whole gamesmanship thing or whatever. But yeah, if he's out, I mean it's not a great spot here for the Nuggets.
No.
All right, so we're halfway through and it's 9:45. Pretty good. So
It's cruising. But I
Yeah.
will, and I tweeted this though, it is one of the unintended consequences of having it be an 8-minute clock as opposed to 10 or 12 minutes. They're way behind in terms of the broadcast and where the actual draft is. Usually on Friday, definitely on Saturday, you get 4 or 5 picks behind. But I'm man, we're in the top 10 and we're 2 picks behind. So I don't know if they got to work that out next year or what they can do, or because I've tried to stay off social media because I don't want the picks to be ruined for me. But
yeah,
it's sometimes you just scroll and you just see the Chiefs have traded up, and it's I guess.
Yeah, that's the worst. I do that sometimes when I'm out to dinner with my wife, man, and I'm like, man, I really want to watch. I'm gonna DVR the game and I'm gonna skip the first half, fast forward the commercials, and then I'll always just go on Twitter.
You'll see something.
Boom, Nick's. Yep, you see it and you're like, fuck, don't even gotta watch it. That's the worst.
All right, so let's see what the Lions end up doing here.
It feels like O-line is probably.
Monroe Freeling.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
like them going into next year too. Was all over their unders this year, but I actually like Detroit next year with that schedule. Well, we'll see what it looks like, but with the not playing the first place schedule.
Yeah, that'll be good for them.
Defense can't be much worse. I mean, Hutchinson will be another year healthier. Offense wasn't the issue, even with the whole Ben Johnson leaving and Morton, nobody getting along. They still scored points.
Are the Vikings going to take Thieneman or whatever, the Oregon safety? Everybody had that in their mock draft. That was this year's Najee Harris to the Steelers kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's that Harrison Smith 2.0.
I feel like they do. They'll probably just forget to get the pick in like they do every other year.
Yeah, exactly.
Just forfeit the 18th pick.
How good do you guys think Mendoza is going to be?
Tell him he's got that's a weapon.
Because they were comparing him on the broadcast. They were doing the whole he could be Matt Ryan, he could be this guy, he could be that guy. I don't know. I don't want to be a hater, but like to me, his ceiling feels like the 12th best quarterback in the league. Like like
it's kind of where I'm at too, dude.
Yeah,
that's
it's
where
like,
I'm at, man.
He's not a savior. Like it's like this is not Joe Burrow, even though like Mel Kiper was saying like, oh, he could be Joe Burrow, and this it's like no, actually, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like people like weren't watching Joe Burrow at LSU that last year when he was completing like 82%. He was the most accurate quarterback in college football history. They had the clip today pop up on Funhouse, and it was Francesca talking. He's like, well, Joe Burrow, he's no prospect. He's not accurate. It's like he completed 85% of his passes. Won a high.
Like the LSU offense was literally a video game. Like
the
what are we
best offense in
talking
college
about?
football history.
And
I think, like,
Mendoza
will
was
be good.
Yeah, he'll
like
be
serviceable,
good.
but yeah.
Like to me, I'm like he's like a little bit better of an athlete than like Sam Bradford. Like like on his best day, he could be like the 12th best quarterback in the league, and like that's no shade. That'd be like stability compared to what the Raiders have had recently. But like the people here, because I live in Vegas, everyone's excited. Like, oh, we got Mendoza. It's like, pump the brakes a little bit.
Yeah,
pump the brakes. It's not the savior.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is, and I was talking about this with these guys, Femi, is that, he goes from Indiana with Signetti and everything being like so well done to now the dumpster fire that is the Raiders,
Yeah. But we'll see if Clint Kubiak in year one can get him on the right track. But
yeah, they definitely got something going. I mean, Bowers and Genty, like you got some weapons on that offense. So
they just got to fix that offensive line or he's going to die.
Yeah, that's
And Genty is.
Let's see where the Lions go.
Do they had another receiver?
Yeah, I agree. O-line.
Line, yeah.
It's got to be, right?
And then Dan can't. They'll be throwing passes to him next year in the NFC Championship.
Split him out wide like Dan Skipper.
Yep.
So who'd they take here? Oh, of course, an offensive lineman.
They go tackle.
Okay, they did. Blake Miller.
It's on brand.
Mm-hmm.
Good pick.
Yeah. It's a lot of those where your guys are tackling college and think you got to move them inside. Yeah.
Look at this dude. This looks like a dude that would play an offensive lineman in like a 90s movie, like PCU. His name's like Barfs or something.
Yeah, it's straight out of Barf Central Miller. Casting. How many old linemen do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah,
5 now. What was the number? Do you guys was it like 7.5?
I just saw. I think it might have been Schrager or Dan Graziano, but like one of them was like we could see as little as 7, maybe as many as 12 in the first round. So
yeah,
I mean we might be on that pace, or we get like 8 or 9 guys. But
yep.
What is it?
Look at this dude.
Is there a point in time that any of you would ever wear the generic NFL Rob Lowe hat? Because I keep seeing it pisses me off every time.
No, it's not for me. It's not for me.
No. Yeah, and if you're in that situation where you're obviously like a watch party and you're waiting to see what team the kid goes to, just wait and then just put on the hat of the team, Like don't go with the NFL hat.
Wear a Sox hat,
Or wear a Clemson hat.
Yeah, exactly.
Either a Clemson hat or just like an all black hat. Like, like that's my style. Like, it's like you don't have to. We don't need a logo.
Exactly. Oh, Femi, how do you feel like the board's shaping out for pick 20 for Dallas? Oh, we're about to get pick 18 for Minnesota. So
let's see what the Vikings
don't want to think about.
Picture will be a little clearer
is this,
for you.
You want a break?
Is this Thieneman or whatever, the Oregon safety? I mean, that's what everybody said it was. So we'll see if.
I want to point out
now
to you
they went
guys,
with Caleb
as I now
Banks
have.
from Florida.
Oh, Caleb Banks.
I like that pick.
That's a good pick.
I stole the ear back from Ryan because we're sharing earpieces. There are limits. There are limits to what we can do. Jake Hassan is in the chat. He will be on for the Bears pick. He's mad at me for being barefoot. So I just want to point out, you make a lot of money showing your feet on the internet. So I'm just trying to see if I'm getting recruited for one of those websites where you can sell your feet on the internet, guys. My feet are for sale. If anybody would like to maybe buy a toe, perhaps, or a piece of my feet, they're all for sale.
It does work slightly better, Nick, if you wash them before you put your dirty ass feet up on the internet, brother.
Yep. So here's the thing. Some people like the stink. I've seen this. You can also sell your used socks get sold on the internet for a lot of money. The internet's a weird place, guys, as I think everybody knows at this point.
You can start doing the bathwater like Sydney Sweeney. Is that what we're doing?
Hey, listen, if somebody wants to buy my bathwater, I'll sell it for the right price. Listen, I am all for this is a capitalist society, and I'm all
hey, get it how you live, man.
Listen, we've all seen what people make money off of.
Fire up the Patreon. We'll be out there.
And listen, first off, it's a lovely day here, and I wanted to do some grounding, touch some grass, if you will. And it's not like Caleb. It's not any worse than Caleb Banks, who's graphic right now on ESPN.
Yeah, what's up with
vest
that?
And no shirt. So I think like we're even now at this point.
I love it, man. Big man out here just doing his thing.
I love the body confidence. That's what it's all about. And when he's about to make millions, I mean, does anybody really care? I think it's good. So.
Oh, look! So it looks like the Cowboys traded back. So is this because I'm looking at the board right now, and Philadelphia is now picking at 20.
Spoiler.
So Dallas is going to be.
The Eagles have traded up with Dallas.
I'm looking at
AJ Brown. This is the AJ Brown replacement with Lemon, probably.
Yep,
right.
It might be.
Because I was going to ask you if Dallas was going to draft Lemon and then maybe trade Pickens away for like a first next year or something, or.
I want him to draft an edge rusher. I know there was like some talk about like Mesidor, like the Miami kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a good pick.
Man, they're little.
I can't believe you guys got Caleb Downs
with
at 11.
Pickens, you want to pay all three out, or is this go ahead and get ready for Pickens to leave next year?
I think you trade. Like, that's the thing. Like Cowboys fans are going crazy. Like, oh, we got to. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't pay Pickens with my money. Like, he's a psycho.
He's like a zone beater.
Yeah, this dude's nuts,
really
man.
Yeah,
and it's not to take away from his ability
because
like, the dude is super talented. But like this guy, the Steelers who have dealt with some psychos in the past, looking at what they've been dealing with, like if they were Antonio Browns, your Le'Veon Bells, in a different way, Ben Roethlisberger, and they were all able to make it work. But with Pickens, they were like, no, let's get him the hell out of here. So if the Steelers are saying no, why would you be the team to pay George Pickens? That's my whole argument. I'm like, he's talented. If he's on the franchise tag, perfect. But long-term extension, no chance in hell. I am not paying George Pickens. So, yeah, I'm hoping they have some sort of contingency plan or whatever. But if they pay Pickens, they're going to regret it. Because that dude, you give him big money for a long-term, he's going to go nuts, even more so.
Honestly, like it does kind of make sense in terms of it being like a short-term fix, and it's you got a big star there at wide receiver because he's a big name, and we know he can make these flashy catches. But I think you're right, Femi. Like honestly, you look at Pickens, and it's just like, is that somebody you want to commit all that money to? When listen, we know that there are a lot of big personalities at wide receiver, but like there's a threshold, right, where it's like you can deal with some level of it. And then you go over the top. And listen, anytime I think of George Pickens, I think about when he got drafted and he's wearing the ski mask thing and he's like dancing. And you're just like, there's your sign right there. I'm like, what's this guy doing here? What's
he's a little different.
So,
he's a little different.
Yeah, and you know what? That works. That works in certain situations. That works if you're a comedian. That works if you're an actor. As a wide receiver that you're going to commit hundreds of millions of dollars to, I think that's probably a risk that even Jera's like. And listen, here's the thing: if you're not going to pay Micah Parsons, you ain't paying George Pickens. That's a far riskier decision there.
Yeah, cannot do it. If they do it, I'm going to lose my mind. So it's one of the few times that I've agreed with what they're doing, saying, "Hey, we're not going to give him a long-term deal. Let's just play that out." I was like, perfect. Like, I'm in lockstep with you guys. Cannot be done. I'm curious to
Rob,
see,
where do you think the Carolina Panthers go here?
Yeah, that's a great is it O-line?
I mean, O-line's where I would go. You're set at running back unless you want to partner somebody with McMillan. Maybe you go tight end if there's one on the board you really, really love. But with Sadiq going off a couple of picks ago, I think it takes that out of the equation. Linebacker.
Is this a Mekhi Lemon here?
Nah.
Nope,
Levis is
offensive
going,
line.
yeah.
They're going to go Monroe
Yep.
Freeland from Georgia, offensive
Yep.
line. And I'm good with that.
I like it.
That's a
Yeah.
safe, practical pick. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Great pick. At some point, too, they got to figure out what they're doing with Bryce Young's contract because that's the next dilemma is, where that goes.
Hey, he played well in the second half of the season last year. Like, yeah, there was a couple of those games where it felt like he was sort of like it was like a Bryce Young referendum. He was playing for his NFL career, and he stepped up and did it. So, got to give him credit.
It's tough with Bryce Young because you see those flashes and you see those moments, and then you look and go, okay, what's the ceiling? And this is where we get in that weird gray area with quarterbacks because we know how much the high end is for quarterbacks, and it's next guy up gets paid more, and that's the whole thing. But I feel like we don't have like a middle class with quarterbacks much anymore. Where it's like this guy's good enough, but do we need to commit $300 million to somebody that you still have a lot of questions on? And that's where the NFL really struggles right now is with those quarterbacks. CJ Stroud's going to be in a similar position, though I would rather have CJ Stroud over Bryce Young if I were picking one of those two quarterbacks. But given what we saw in the playoffs where he forgot how to quarterback for the Texans for a while, both those teams are kind of in a spot where they sit and go, okay, what do we do here now with that?
And that's the dilemma that Miami saw themselves in with Tua. Right? Because they were like, well, we're not going to find better than Tua like immediately, so let's go out there and pay him. And then all of a sudden, like a year later, they've already shipped him out of town, and he's now on the Atlanta Falcons. So I don't know how they do it, but teams get desperate, and the quarterbacks and their agents know that, and that's how they go out there and rake in the big dollars. Even though there's a lot of guys out there where you look at them, it's like you're not the guy, but you're at least somewhat competent, so we have to pay you like you are the guy.
Mekhi Lemon to Philly.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
that's let's get ready to trade AJ Brown. That's what that is.
AJ will now be in the news cycle by the end of this weekend.
But where's AJ going though? Can he go to New England with all the recent developments with like what's going on with Vrabel? Because I feel like if he goes, like they have to investigate tampering, don't they?
Yeah,
I feel like that's off the table. I don't know if they can do it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's gonna be interesting. Diana just deleted her Twitter. I saw like 20 minutes ago. It was all over social media. Yeah. So I'm guessing. I'm not going to speculate here, but I'm guessing more and more is going to come out about the situation, and it's probably only going to get worse. So that's a really good point, man. Where does AJ go? Also, I really like Mekhi Lemon, man, but he's like a completely different receiver than AJ Brown. AJ Brown's a physical. He looks like an outside linebacker. Mekhi Lemon he's like Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's not big receiver.
Yeah, he's a little bit smaller. Really good player. He was awesome.
Yeah, great player. Yeah.
That's true.
I still like the pick for Philly, but
be just putting him in a position to get a lot of slot guys.
We'll see.
It's like who else out there would trade for AJ Brown? Like outside of like New England's the obvious one, but I don't think that can even happen anymore. Like, right. Who else needs a receiver? I mean, I guess you can make that, especially if it's AJ Brown, like a player of that quality, anyone can use him, but it feels like it's something that's going to come out of left field almost.
And I think that,
and almost if you're gonna make a move, like you have to be pretty buttoned up, right? Like if you can't be like the Raiders and trade for AJ Brown, that's going to be an absolute shit show. But like Kansas City,
Mendoza
Buffalo, you know what I mean? Like it's got to be a contender.
Yeah. Or is it the Rams? I mean, I think the Rams. I think I want to say called around on him a little bit.
Yep.
Maybe they decided to pump the brakes on that, but I mean, I guess they already have their hands full with what Puka Nakua's got going on and everything. But
right.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere that has a strong head coach and a strong locker room culture.
Did the Roger Goodell hugs get creepier as the night goes on?
A little bit.
I mean, he's into it. Like he is. Like, these are not half-hearted hugs.
No, these are 100% bro hugs, and but like throughout the evening, the level of lean in gets progressively steeper.
He looked like he tackled Mekhi Lemon, to be quite honest. But the hug is equivalent to like a hug that you would give like a friend that you haven't seen in like 3 years. Like that's what it feels like.
Sew it on.
Oh, that's
taking your time.
The last hug before your boy walks up to the altar type of hug. Like it's violent.
Is there going to be a big production here for the Steelers pick?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, bring Terry Bradshaw out there.
They already got Jerome Bettis up there for every pick.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the bus.
Get Roethlisberger up there.
Guess they couldn't get a hold of Antonio Brown. I don't know.
No, he's stealing jokes on Twitter.
Is he still doing that?
Yeah, he is. I saw it the other day. I was like, dude, this cannot really be him, man. I need to know who's really behind this account.
Is he still doing like the CT ESPN, whatever he was calling it?
Yeah, I
don't.
I saw that CT. Yeah,
CT ESPN.
CT ESPN. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it pop up on my feed the other day. The For You.
Oh my god!
Got out of
if there ever was an account that you would see on the For You timeline, it's Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown. Who again? I'm not sold that that's really him.
Yeah, Pitt might go with Mesidor here. I think go with an edge rusher.
That's a guy the Cowboys I think we're looking at. Mesidor.
Here goes your Steelers Hollywood level production.
Oh yeah,
I'll see y'all in 20 minutes when they make the pick.
Yeah, let's get the terrible towels. Play
I
Renegade.
still can't believe that they finally cut ties with Mike Tomlin only to hire fucking Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I'll always love
insane.
McCarthy, but that's just wild, man.
I will say though, like, I am not here for the McCarthy slander that was out there when he got hired. And everyone's like, "Oh, you hired." I'm like,
he's a good
dude,
coach.
He's won a Super Bowl. Like,
right, and he's great with young quarterbacks.
Like everybody's like, "Oh, how could you hire McCarthy?" Then like 5 seconds later, is doing cartwheels for John Harbaugh, who has the same exact resume. Like,
Exactly,
it's like,
man.
what are we doing? You know, like, it's like everybody's out there like, "Oh, Sean Payton, wow, Sean." It's like, dude, look at his McCarthy's resume is the exact same. And it's like, well, he had Rodgers.
That was always my favorite take.
Like,
That was always my favorite take, man. I was like, McCarthy has a better career winning percentage than Sean Payton, who everybody's obsessed with.
But because Sean Payton texts every media member and was in the media for a year, and McCarthy's doing God knows what, then everyone just like slanders McCarthy's name and is like, well, Sean Payton is just a mastermind. Really? Because like he missed the playoffs multiple times with Drew Brees. What a mastermind.
With Drew Brees, yeah. Oh, they're going all in.
Yeah, this is going to take a while.
Apparently, we're going to get an entire Rush concert.
Oh, yeah.
Sticks, Rob. Sticks.
Play Renegade. Oh, they must be playing it.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Okay,
they are. And have been for the last 22 minutes.
Look at that crowd.
Yeah.
Dude, so many people who go to the draft. There's like
I just couldn't imagine like standing in the back right there for pick 22. You know, Thursday night.
Times Square.
They could do this thing in my backyard, and I have no interest in going.
Right. I'm with you.
Like, is this like New Year's Eve at like Times Square? Like, is there a place for you to go to the bathroom, or do you have to wear a diaper? Like, how does this work?
That was the first thing I was wondering. Like imagine the bathroom lines.
I think there are a bunch of porta potties over on one side, but yeah, I mean, if you're like,
like Honey Bucket Alley, that's like, is that what we got? Are we bringing out every high school football player in the state of Pennsylvania? Like, what's going on here?
Led by Jerome Bettis, the boss. Love it.
Man, look at all the phones.
Dude, the boss is getting some work tonight. He's been up there every day.
He is. Remember when he was on NBC?
Yes. Yeah. He's looked the same since the 90s,
too. Good for him. Do your thing, Jerome.
Right. Okay.
I mean, please just announce the pick.
Just make the pick. Thank you, Jesus.
No, another. There we go. So we got the O lineman. The run has begun on the O lineman now.
Especially at pick 21. Like, you got to do this early. Get this over with.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, they went O line.
That's 2 Arizona State guys in the first round.
Yep. Yeah, Tyson
I guess,
and him.
Yeah, it's like, 2 years ago, I guess they were in the playoff, but I'm like, what the hell happened to them this past season? I guess Levitt he was hurt for a little bit, wasn't he? Or
yeah, he was hurt. I also just don't think he's as good as everybody. After the Elite 11 camp, everybody was like, man, you know who the best quarterback was this summer? Sam Levitt. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, no way.
It's like, we've seen him play, guys. You're not going to lie to me.
Yeah. Come on now. Like, these were the same people that were trying to sell me on Graham Mertz a couple of years ago.
Oh, my God. Dude, there was that one. It was like the first game they played at Illinois or somebody. And
yes,
I was like,
90% of his
yo,
passes,
this might be the guy.
Yeah.
Like in
and
that game,
then
he looked like
and then he caught COVID the next week. And then he caught COVID, and then he hurt his shoulder, and he was never the same. He had one game against Illinois. Yeah, he balled out.
He was like I was watching that game. I was like, holy shit, Wisconsin's got a quarterback? Like, damn.
Yeah. And he was a 4-star. Everybody was like, I was doing radio in Wisconsin. People were calling in, dude. Like, yeah, he was a junior in high school, and people were calling. Like, you would have thought he was Arch Manning. And then he got there, and I look, and he looked like he was in 8th grade. Never made it.
Man, that guy's got a pull his pants.
Yeah. Whoa, come on. He's showing cheeks on national TV.
Children watching this.
You at least got to get drafted to show the cheeks. Man.
Yeah.
Can't be your
What
home.
are we doing? Pull up your pants, young man. Like, come on. I don't want to sound like old guy yelling at the clouds, but like let's hike him up here a little bit.
Goodness.
Oh man.
All right.
Good for him.
Chargers
He seems genuinely happy. Tears of joy. That's awesome. Good for him.
How many more trades you guys think we get in the first round? Over, under 1.5?
I'll go under. You know what? Actually, later round, maybe 2.
Yeah, I would go over. Yeah, I'd go over.
I think we get 2.
Maybe get some jostling with some of these teams.
Like, where's Buffalo? 26, San Fran 27.
Yeah, Seattle loves trading out.
I would say New England, but Vrabel already spoke earlier today, so he was able to knock out that press conference already.
I was just thinking.
Yeah, he handled that one.
He said, I'm going to go out and get in front of this thing and just repeat what I said the other day. It's like, all right, man. Not sure we needed this press conference, but
exactly.
we appreciate the effort.
Right.
So bad, but I think that ship has sailed.
The Denver Nuggets have 9 points with a minute to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, the fate of the zigzag. Who do I got tomorrow? Tomorrow I'll bet.
No,
so let's see.
You gonna bet OKC? I don't know if anyone wants Phoenix.
I like Portland. No, I don't want any of the. I like Portland a little bit tomorrow. I think at plus 1.5. That Wemby injury sucks.
It sounds like Austin Reeves might play tomorrow. If he plays, where does that? Like, are we gonna? Is Houston gonna go down to like what 7.5? Like maybe
probably. 8? Yeah.
Like I almost wonder if it's like you just plug your nose and lay it with Houston.
Well, he gave up a lot. He's gonna lose a lot of money. Yeah. He lost his bonus too.
What, 8.5 right now? Yeah.
Go.
I like that pick for them.
Who'd they take?
They
took Mesidor. They took Mesidor right before Dallas.
Man, that defense is going to be even more legit. Good for
I wonder if Dallas is going to take Falk. Like they were tied to him for a little bit.
That's a good pick. Losing Adafe away.
It's a great pick. Yeah.
He's up in Canada too.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Ottawa. Is he a big Sens fan?
Him and Brady Kachuk are boys.
Speaking of Brady Kachuk, the Carolina Hurricanes are up 3-0 in their series over Ottawa.
Ooh.
Rob, if this isn't the year, it never will be for Carolina.
Yeah, if this isn't the year, it never. I've already told people if the Hurricanes don't get it done this year, as much as it's going to suck to go into these playoffs with a 1 seed, you got to blow it up.
Do you have to blow it up, or you just got to get a new coach?
I mean, I don't know how you do. I don't know how anybody could get more out of this team than what Brendan Moore is getting out of this team right now.
Guys, we are going to go 5 wide again. Jared Smith is now going to come in. And again, the rule, when you're done, just drop off. But we might as well just keep adding people to the mix here.
Let's do it.
Because at this point now, I don't know what other chaos is possibly going to happen in this. And Jake Hassan will be on in a little bit too. He's already criticized my feet, Jared Smith. Yes, I am barefoot. Yes, I'm trying to sell them on the internet. And I'm okay with that. Listen, it's nice out.
Wow.
I've been grounding all day. We've got great weather. I'm
He's
okay
10
with that.
toes
This
down,
is a
literally.
casual show.
Yeah.
Literally. Well, actually 5. The other one's right here. And you know, we're just it's a very casual hang. So we're good. Jared, your reactions to, I mean, I'll just say everything because it feels like whatever mock draft we looked at whatever we thought was going to happen in this draft, quite a bit of a shit show at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Bailey Reese stuff was pretty fun. You know, my first gut instinct was Bailey, and then I kind of got hoodwinked by the canceling of the meeting. And then I looked into it further, and I was like, well, Reese is 2 years younger. Maybe the Jets are willing to kind of let him develop, and it was Bailey all along. I actually like that pick. I mean, I think he's the best edge rusher in this class. So if you're a Jets fan, which I am, and you know they need to get better in that spot, I think he does make them better. I thought the Chiefs moving up for Delane made a ton of sense. Kansas City had 2 first-round picks. I mean, I think it obviously, you know, they desperately needed a corner. So I thought that was a sharp move by Brett Veach, who has a history of trading up. The biggest shock so far is Ty Simpson. And I know people are like, oh, that wasn't a surprise. You know, everyone loved him in the locker room. Or in the building. I just thought 13 was super high for him. But I guess if, you know, Les need F them picks, you know, to get your heir apparent to Stafford and not have to worry about it. I thought that was interesting. I think my favorite pick in terms of like alignment with the culture was what the Lions just did with Blake Miller, who's like a former wrestler, missed like 1 practice in 4 years at Clemson, started 54 games. That dude is like a knee biter, ankle biter for sure. So I love that pick for the Lions. And this is, as expected, been a very heavy offensive line class. That was my first bet that I made, was over 7.5 offensive linemen in the first round. We've had 7 at pick 22. So hopefully we get 1 more in the last 10 picks.
Yeah, it feels like we're going to get another one. I
think we're going to get 9, actually. I think we'll get 9.
Like the Bears could easily take one. I mean, I'm obviously, who knows? Like they might look to go defense, but it's like if you have a franchise quarterback, it's either get him a pass catcher or an O lineman, you know?
Yeah, I have Niners. Yeah. I have Niners O-line. I have Texans O-line. I have Patriots O-line. Those are the 3 teams that I have bets on drafting an O-lineman first. All those teams I think have needs. And I
Pat's tight end.
Yeah, I could see the Pats for sure at the end of the first round. I think that I think this is a pretty deep O-line class, honestly. And I think that's why you saw the run of them here in the middle of this first round. I mean, I think you've got 4 or 5 starters at tackle in this first round for sure. So it'll be interesting to see what these teams do down the stretch. The end of the first round is always what you get. And also a lot of interesting trade situations. Yeah. Teams getting back up into the first round to grab their guy. So I need another couple of receivers to go. I think that's a pretty big surprise so far. You know, Lemon slipped. Omar Cooper still available. Denzel Boston still available. Like we thought it was going to be a good receiver class. Maybe not as Concepcion. Maybe not as good as of a receiver class after the top 2 guys as maybe we expected.
Are you guys there with the quarterbacks next year? I was talking about this earlier with Rob because I remember having the same conversation last year. Well, don't reach on a quarterback. Don't reach on Jackson Dart when next year is going to be the big quarterback class. It's going to be, and I never thought Arch was coming out, but remember it was Klubnik and it was Carson Beck, Drew Aller, you know, and we got 2 quarterbacks taken so far in the first round. Are you guys there with next year's class? You think it's going to live up to the hype?
I think so.
I like Arch. I think Arch is going to be good.
I do too.
I agree.
I think Dante Moore showed signs that he could be a really good quarterback, super talented. Now, sometimes it's like, okay, like let's speed the clock a little bit in the brain. That could be a little bit problematic, but for the most part, I think the guys next year have higher upside. But to your point, we did say that about this year's class, and look at us now.
Oh, Malachi.
Yeah, I agree about Dante Moore. I would say jittery is the word I would use. Julian Sayin and Trinidad Chambliss, frankly, are more intriguing to me. Trinidad Chambliss reminds me a lot of Kyler Murray, and I know Kyler Murray's not exactly, held in high regard right now, but I think the traits align, and he was still the number 1 overall pick in the draft. So there's obviously a lot of teams that really like Kyler Murray's ability to, make plays. I think next year's quarterback class is going to be the most highly touted quarterback class ever. And then, oh, by the way, we got Jeremiah Smith in there as well.
I do too. So here's Julio Jones 2.0. Anyone interested?
Right.
He could be another Ballard.
Right. Like if Carnell Tate goes number 4, and I know it's a different draft with a deeper quarterback class, but man, I want to see where Jeremiah goes next year. Top 3.
It's crazy. Okay. It looks like the Browns, speaking of Concepcion, it looks like the Browns just took KC Concepcion.
That's a great pick.
I like that
for
pick.
Whoever the hell their quarterback will be.
Yeah, that was actually the guy that I had in my mock. I think it's right on point. You get Judy on one side and now Concepcion on the other side. I like what the Browns did. Traded back. I had Fano in my original mock at 6. So they traded back. They still got Fano. Picked up some extra capital, and they ended up getting their needs coming into the draft were tackle and receiver. And they got both in the first round. I think 2 starters. So I think Cleveland, if they could figure out the quarterback situation, we'll see what the Myles Garrett scenario plays out like, but I think Cleveland is definitely I think they had a good night. I think Cleveland had a good night.
How do you guys think the insiders have done so far tonight? Like obviously they've gotten some stuff right. Like some stuff, it's like, okay, like I don't remember seeing anybody saying Carnell Tate. I brought that up, Jared, earlier with the guys. I was like, no one tied those 2 entities together. But for the most part, it feels like they've done pretty well. Like Kansas City was talked about as a trade-up team. They traded up. Jordan Tyson is a lock for the top 10. He goes 8 to New Orleans. Like you mentioned Fano to the Browns. Everybody was mocking that. They get him at 9 instead of having to take him at 6. It feels like the insiders did pretty well so far in this draft.
Schrager had Delane to the Chiefs in a trade. Yeah. McShay had Ty Simpson to the Rams. Yeah. He was the only one who had Ty Simpson to the Rams. I'm looking at their mocks right now. Lance Zierlein had Tyson to New Orleans. So that was a solid.
Oh, there you go.
They all had. So I mocked Caleb Downs at 12 to Dallas. They obviously traded up for him, but I thought that was a great spot. Zierlein had the Cowboys trading up with Cleveland to get Caleb Downs. So he called the fact that that Cleveland wanted to trade back, and I think the Caleb Downs to Dallas situation was. It just made so much sense with Christian Parker coming in and the way they run that scheme. It's super zone heavy. I like what Dallas did in this draft. They just picked up Malachi Lawrence. And I think this is a really good draft for Dallas. I think Kansas City, we'll see what they do here at the end of the first round. Maybe receivers are back in play. Maybe it's Denzel Boston. Maybe it's Chris Bell. Those are 2 names that I like a lot. I think Miami's got another pick in this round. I think they need a receiver as well, right? They just got rid of their top 2 guys in Tyreek Hill and Waddle. So I think, Miami and Kansas City both in play for a receiver here. So I think Buffalo, Chicago defense, like that's kind of where I see the next couple picks going. And I think San Francisco, Houston, Kansas City, Miami, New Orleans, New England, Seattle. I think there's going to be at least 1 or 2 receivers over these final 5-6 picks after Chicago, Buffalo.
Yeah, San Francisco feels like a pretty decent receiver spot, especially with the whole Brandon Ayuk. So I don't even know where the hell that is at right now. Are they going to cut him? Are they going to trade? Has anybody seen him since he was speeding or whatever by the facility? That's the last I've seen of Brandon Ayuk.
Looking rough. Yeah, he looks like he's about 285 pounds too.
Yeah, he was a hell of a player, but. He just went down the wrong track.
Yeah, which is crazy.
There's definitely some interesting storylines too. I think heading into day 2 now. I think you've got now that Simpson went really early and he's completely off the board. I think the next round of quarterbacks is intriguing to me. Someone's going to draft Carson Beck and Garrett Nussmeier maybe tomorrow.
Yep.
Arizona is probably on the table for it. The quarterbacks always go earlier than we think, and I don't know who's going to be the right landing spot for. I hope Arizona doesn't take Carson Beck. I think if Carson Beck goes somewhere where he can sit behind a good starter, I think he's a guy that really intrigues me. As a guy that like maybe has a chance to grow into a decent starter in this league at some point. I don't know how I feel about Nussmeier. I haven't watched enough of him. He's been injured a bunch. And I think we all know how I feel. Yeah, we've been hurt. And we all know how I feel about Drew Aller, which is he's the caboose of this quarterback class, I think.
Which is crazy, man, because I thought there was a legit shot.
I thought they're going to win the title last year.
He was going to be a top 5 pick. Yeah.
I would like to point out earlier that Nick asked a Jets fan how he was going to feel about Aller being his quarterback next year, and the Jets fan left. Just left. Goodbye.
Well, we've done that with Christian Hackenberg.
I was going to say,
we've already gone down this road. We've already gone down this road.
What's worse though, Aller or Hackenberg? Because it feels like Aller, we never really took off to like the levels of the Hackenberg hike. Like Hackenberg, I mean, people thought that he was going to be like Troy Aikman or something like that. Like it was like this is the guy, and then like he had that final year, and it's like, whoa, this is not the guy.
No,
but
I just think it's TSS, Femi, tight sphincter syndrome with Drew Aller. I think it's tight sphincter syndrome. I think he gets into these big spots and he clams up, and I don't like that. I don't like that in the NFL. I don't like that in the NFL at all.
I will say this though about Nussmeier, because like it came out, I think it was either last week or a couple weeks ago, about like the cyst that he had in his back or whatever that had to be removed. So like maybe he was playing through that his final year. I don't know how good he'll be in his NFL career, but I loved watching him play because sometimes these college quarterbacks, it's like a little dink and dunk, bubble screen, dude. Nussmeier's firing the ball down the field, and so he's going to run into some turnovers. But I love that he's aggressive. So maybe under the right tutelage and the right system, somebody can get a productive starting quarterback out of there. But I think he's an intriguing guy if he can get healthy, which it looks like he's on the right track now.
Yeah, I think Arizona's really. They need to take a quarterback. I mean, I think that I didn't talk about that. I think the Jeremiyah Love thing is, I don't know what Arizona's really thinking there. I really don't. So now that you have Jeremiyah Love, like you can't go into the season with only Jacoby Brissett as your starting quarterback. Like you just can't. So Arizona's got to add to that room, and I think it would make sense considering you just added Love, and I think that was for getting butts in the seats. Arizona has had one winning year in the last decade, so like I think that came from the ownership group, and they're like, listen, we gotta figure out a way to get some excitement back in this franchise here. They've gone
He's an exciting player.
Super boring the last couple drafts, like at Paris Johnson, and I guess Marvin Harrison was an exciting player, but last year they went all defense with I think the first like 4 or 5 or 6 picks like were all defense. So they went flashy here. I would expect them to take a quarterback tomorrow. I would. Or maybe even trade him
guys.
in the first round.
Live from Chicago, Jake Hassan has a bone to pick with me, so we'll just get him in here now. He is not happy. Not happy that my feet have been all over this feed. So I'm just going to go ahead and sit here. Is that Malort you have, sir? Is that
exactly? I was
going
to ask the same thing.
My bare feet.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. When you got your dogs out on a live stream, don't worry about what I got going on. All the hearsay and slander I get about what I put in my body at my own discretion. And this guy's got his dogs out on the stream. Like he's saying, oh, people are paying for this. Okay, buddy. Like, sure, show me those receipts of who's paying for that. Okay. I'll go band for band with you of people who are buying feet pics. Just a disclaimer: the bands are zero. There are no. Dollar bills. Zero times zero is zero. By the way, this guy's saying, "Oh, there's Femi Abemife's out here saying, well, people are buying Sydney Sweeney's bathwater. Yeah, PJ Glasser isn't. So I don't know what we're talking about here. So I don't want to hear this right now.
She's a 5 seed, right? PJ?
Yeah, no, it's like I mean, if you've been watching Euphoria lately, I'd like to see what PJ Glasser's updated takes are, but. Listen, I mean, I'm just happy to be here. It's a great day for your laptop to kick the bucket. It's a great week for you to leave your good headphones at the bar at 3 a.m. I've had a just sinus infection day 3. I've had a banner week over here.
Sounds rough, bro.
I mean, you're playing hurt, so I can respect that. I think that's the most
and you're
important
still
thing.
boozing.
Who said I'm hurt? Well, listen, Jared, the only way to burn out a sinus infection is I get these twice a year. The best way for this to burn this out is Alcohol. No virus can live in a body that's 75% alcohol.
Everyone knows that. I mean, that's
science.
right
Kills
there.
germs, baby.
All right, so let's cross off my list. Sinus infection.
I feel like we need a
talked about that.
disclaimer. A disclaimer that anything Jake says we do not condone. Anything Jake says we do not condone.
That's pinned to my Twitter
that'll be the
profile
disclaimer
at
anytime
DJ
he pops
Kassan,
on
by
at
the
this
way.
point now. He is not here for any health advice.
No. I'd also like to address that Rob Brown said, "What is this, a Rush concert?" And Femi Abebefe immediately went into Sticks. Immediately. Not even a hesitation. Immediately went into just a completely different song. Same genre.
I'm just saying, but Renegade's their deal, though. You know, like,
Well-
I do know me. Rush, I prepare to be Rushified. Shout out to I Love You, man. I'm there.
Worse. Somehow worse. Somehow the Rush reference coming from I Love You, man. Somehow worse. If anybody thought I was coming here for actual draft analysis, you are sorely mistaken.
Oh no,
All
no,
right,
we
Rush
knew.
equals Sticks.
We knew what we were getting ourselves into with you. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew exactly where this was going to go. Like, I could ask you right now, what do you think the Bears are going to do with this pick? And you would probably
I know.
just
I'll
veer
tell you.
off
I'll
into
tell you
some
exactly what they're going to
place
do.
somewhere else.
I know. I'm going to tell you exactly what they're going to do because it's been the same thing. It's so Bears for them to streamline exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take Emmanuel McNeil-Warren because they need a safety because they let every safety walk out the door, and that's going to be that. And it's over. Thanks. Hey, how you
You were
doing?
half
That's
right.
That's
You were half right. They did
Oh,
draft a safety.
Thieneman, or who they take?
Thieneman.
Thieneman? Yeah.
Same thing. Whatever. Cool. We
That
can all
would've-
have
honestly, I think that probably would have paid out pretty well. I think that like the
Oh, yeah.
safeties have not done well in this draft, so that would have paid out pretty well.
Everyone had Thieneman going to Minnesota. Like that
Oh
was
my
like
God, that was the
every single mock
chalky of
draft.
the chalk. That was like you paid the public pick of the draft.
It was like minus 250 to be drafted by the Vikings. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Like he's like a top 3 pick. Like what?
I did that thing in the draft again where I made way too many bets, and I'm gonna end up probably finishing like dead even. Like I made like 40 bets and I risked like 60 units, and I'm gonna finish like dead even on the night. It's like why did I even
God bless you. I'm on the sidelines in this draft. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch and I'm gonna hope for chaos because that's what's entertaining. That's all I'm hoping.
You didn't make any bets, huh?
0 bets this year for the first time in forever.
Funny,
0
that's
bets on the draft. We bet baseball today. We did bet the Mets, so shout out to them. Two-game win streak.
There you go. There you go.
It was the famous fallen hero spot after Francisco Lindor. You know, it's like Lindor goes down last night. It's like I'm betting the Mets. Here we go. And they
also
get it done.
just so Mets to like get Soto back and immediately lose Lindor. Just like so, it's chef's kiss.
Yeah,
I'm too busy over here waiting for the Marlins to win the NL East, and this is where Rob Brown just jumps down my throat.
Oh, I would do no such thing about that sub 500 ball club in the NL East where the Atlanta Braves are currently running away with it. I wouldn't do that at all to you.
The Braves are winning that division by 10 games, I think.
As people's elbows explode left and right.
Secondary.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Horvey. What's up, buddy?
First white safety in Bears history, Jake.
Trying to take the Eagles. That's
yeah,
Eagles
great.
Plan.
Can't wait for the think pieces on that one. Awesome.
Exciting whites. That's what we're doing.
Exciting whites. Reese's hairline's intact. We'll take it. You know what? Fine.
He's got the sunglasses at night, so you got yourself a cocky asshole out here. You know
the cream is what's that cream suit? I'm not. You know what?
Is he in fucking Miami? Like
he's got the 21 Jump Street Channing Tatum thing going, and I'm not sure I like it. I gotta.
Everybody just hates this dude. Like,
yeah,
he has nobody anywhere near him. He has no entourage. Everybody just hates this.
Horvat's the only person that's gonna get this, but he's the kid from Naperville who says he's from Chicago and takes the train in every weekend just to drink under the train tracks.
He's a suburbs kid.
Yeah,
he's a burbs kid.
I hate him so much. I love him.
His wardrobe is nice, but I'm just like, bro, you're in Pittsburgh. You're not on South Beach. Like what's going on here?
I might buy his jersey.
He's the guy whose dad bought the youth center to knock it down and build the hotel in every.
He's got the chains. He's got the chains too.
Okay, well, you know what? You know what? I'm back in. This is a man who hasn't slept in 4 days. I'm back in. I'm actually back in.
Wait, why hasn't he slept?
Look at his face, on. This guy's a douchebag his way all the way back around to I love this douchebag.
This guy's got a bag in his wallet right now. Actually, he hasn't slept in 3 days.
The only thing he's missing is the he's just missing the fanny pack across the chest. That's all that's missing.
Oh, you're so no. This guy's wearing like a Nikola Mirotic jersey to Lollapalooza this summer. And he's got the fanny pack across the chest.
Can you still do that in Chicago? You can still wear a Mirotic jersey.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you absolutely can.
I see guys with Nocionis all the time.
Oh yeah.
I hated that motherfucker, Andres Noce. Like, oh my god. Dude,
yeah,
me too. Me too. He would have 4 fouls in 3 minutes.
No, this kid's wearing the DJ Augustin Bulls jersey at Lala this weekend, this summer.
Wow.
He's got the same bag that Stephon Diggs was handing out on the boat last summer. That's what he's rolling up to Lowell with.
Who invites him to throw out the first pitch first? Is it the Cubs or the White Sox?
It's absolutely the White Sox. Shithead white kid. Absolutely, it's the White Sox, and it's not close.
Come to the South Side, Dylan.
He might sign a 10-day contract with the Barons.
Yeah,
he might play center field for the Barons.
Yeah, see you later, Sam Antonacci, quote unquote.
He's gonna pull up to the White Sox game wearing a G Baby jersey.
Tell me this guy's got a couple knee bumps in the last week.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, this guy's got a bag in his wallet right now. Right now.
He's gonna be rocking the Cucumbers jersey.
One look in his eyes and I could tell.
Dude, I know this guy's gonna be at Cork and Kerry for the White Sox game tomorrow.
Okay, so we've established he's a South Side guy. He's not a Wrigleyville guy.
No,
he's not hanging out.
He'd be eaten alive. Anyway, this has been the Jake Hassan variety 10 minutes.
Jake, how do you think he fixes the second
an hour ago? But then they told me Hassan was coming, and I knew drunk, angry Hassan.
Exactly. I was like,
the highlight of the night.
My plan was to get off after the Cowboys pick.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm getting the hell out of here. And I was like, the Bears are up next.
Jake, do you think with this pick they'll play more man?
Oh, you know what? It's really hard to say. But anyway, speaking of playing man-to-man, how about Diana Orsini? Am I right?
I might need to get off the street.
just been all. Come on, it was right there. It was right there. That was a lob.
I had a post go viral earlier today about line with her. So she hold on. This is good.
I've crossed everything off my list. By the way,
So she tweeted out on November 12th, 2020. She tweeted out, "We have a big one tonight in Nashville." She was covering Colts Titans.
Oh, I'm sure.
I bet she did.
And her son, Michael, ironically, was born August 8th, 2021, almost 9 months to the day after she tweeted that she was in Nashville covering the Titans.
With a big one, specifically.
Listen, I'm not saying that. I'm just reporting the facts. And like Grok, like someone replied under the tweet and said, "Grok, like what?" And like tag Grok, like what would the conception date be for someone born on August 8th? And it was November 16th, 4 days after when she was in Nashville.
I plead the fifth.
I have no further.
I'm telling you guys.
I feel any is needed.
It's gonna get
San Francisco traded up.
Who cares? It's been an all-time Twitter day. It's like, I think my favorite tweet from today was from formerly Diana Orsini. "Keep looking at my almost 4-day-old son, Michael, while trying to figure out who the best Michaels to ever play and coach in the NFL."
Of course, she put or coach.
Like,
of course, she added or coach.
You got to delete. You got to delete after that. It's just it's not what you want. All-time Twitter day.
It was, I was laughing a lot today.
Honestly,
today's one of those days where you're like, I will never
better
delete
than the NFL. Like I don't think there could ever be anything on this level of 24/7, 365 nonstop news cycle that just is. It's relentless. It doesn't stop. It's super. I mean, it's incredible. It's almost exhausting, but it's also really fun.
It's the greatest reality show, man.
It is the greatest.
I will say one thing where I draw the line: the guy on Twitter today who called it the Vrabel hammer needs to be buried under the prison. That guy needs to be buried under the jail. That was so crazy.
We have our first non-power. So we finally, it took us 27 picks, but we finally have our first non-power 5 selection.
Oh God, Jared, I really appreciate what you're trying to do here, but you gotta
it's
read
notable
the
because
room, my
Miami
king.
moved back.
read the
Miami's
room
gonna have
here.
3 first-round picks apparently. like
Yeah,
they moved
Miami does
back
have a
in.
lot of first round.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck that's.
The Dolphins just traded up for the corner out of San Diego State.
Vrabel hammer.
Chris Johnson, right? Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
Johnson. Okay, there you go.
I appreciate Horvey still laughing
The
at my
Dolphins,
commentary.
the Dolphins just moved up for the Vrabel hammer.
Jail immediately.
That's why I gotta get the hell off this stream.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that might be it for me.
Femi's gonna walk out of his office. Femi and Rob are gonna walk out of their offices, and their lawfully wedded wives are gonna be like, "Why are you sweating?"
Yeah.
Why are you sweating?
Oh my
Right.
God.
See you boys later. I'm
Have
out.
a good one, brother.
Fellas, that's gonna do it for me. I can't handle any more.
I will
Jacobs on
I
this
will
evening.
say
I've got a
the
real
amount
job
of
to do
people that
tomorrow.
have broken Rob Brown on a live stream has to be single digits.
It's
You
less
might be
than
the only
2.
one.
Oh my
You
God.
might be the only one that's ever done it. It's pretty nice.
Fellas, you're all incredible. Thanks for having me. Have a lovely evening. Good evening.
Bye, Robbie Bobby. Go Marlins.
Go Marlins.
See you, Rob.
See you, Rob.
Go Cubs. They may
So what do you guys
never
want to
win
talk about now?
another game.
No? All right, cool. Let's talk to myself.
What do you guys think, Jake? What do you think about Tennessee next year? I'm kind of buying low on the Titans. Cam
Hold
Ward.
on, Harvey. Hold on, Harvey. I'll be right back. Either I muted myself, I did something wrong.
We killed Jake.
We did.
Who's up right now? All right, let's get back on track. The Dolphins. The pick is in.
27. It looks
They're
like
taking a corner.
back to 28.
I know
I
I have
really-
my ears
I
in
really
right now,
could
but I
use,
apologize in advance for letting Jake onto any of this, guys. I wanna,
Oh,
well, it
no,
wouldn't be in
I-
advance, but I
think
just
it's
apologize
hilarious.
in general.
I think it's hilarious.
This is what you expect. He derails things. Oh God, he's back.
I honestly don't. I don't really know what. I really don't know.
I'll
what
have my
these
ear
last
back
few
in.
picks will be. I think these could. I think we're going to see some players that we didn't expect taken in the first round over these last few picks.
Yeah.
If Chris Bell gets taken, if someone likes Chris Bell, who's the receiver out of Louisville who tore his ACL, if his medicals are clean and someone's like, we got to get this kid, I'm going to make a boatload of money tonight. I don't think it's going to happen, but it was a long shot at 62-1. So let's root for Chris Bell to get taken sometime in these last 5 picks here.
Okay.
I'll root for you to get rich off a 62-1 bet.
That'd be a nice hit.
62
I'm
to
wondering if any
It
of
would,
these.
it would
I'm
eclipse
wondering
the
if
Bauer
these are
60-1 bet from 2 years ago to the Raiders that I hit, which was like the biggest bet I've ever hit in my.
I mean, that's yeah.
Yeah, that was an epic.
Oh,
night.
Chris Johnson to the Dolphins. All right, that's a great pick. I'm surprised. He was looked at as more of a second round pick. So
Yeah.
I mean, look at this jerk off with the with the colored dreads and the whatever, man. NFL draft goers need to be studied in a lab.
Yeah, I don't understand. I agree. So I remember in Vegas a few years ago when it was here, they closed the strip. And before F1, that was like unprecedented for them to literally close the road of the Vegas Strip. And I remember walking up and down it like right before the first few picks. And it wasn't where the draft was. The draft was like off the strip a little bit. But it was just like icky. Like it was just like a melting pot of like every fan from every team imaginable, like just commingling in the drunken horde of mess. Like it was like Coachella meets the NFL. It was weird. It was weird.
I mean, you don't have to
did not
sell me
like
on
the
it,
vibe
dude. I'll
at all.
come next year. Jesus, fine. Like
did
you don't have
not
to do
like
that
it.
big of a sell job. I'll be there.
I think it's in DC next year, right, guys? It's in
Yeah.
it is. It's in DC.
Yeah.
No, I can't go
DC
to-
Jake
I'm
is
not
going to
allowed-
be classy. Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
on the
allowed to go
National
to the East
Mall.
Coast
okay?
anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to go to the East Coast anymore.
The
Barred,
one thing I can
banned.
yeah, there will. What I'm wondering about, because since they're going to have it on the National Mall, how are they going to keep people from falling into the reflecting pool? That's
Michael Scott
the big
style.
concern, I think. Yeah, Michael Scott style. That's right. Just step aside and let him fall.
I will say, unrelated to anything that's happening at all right now on the screens, I'm a little.
Which is your
offended
MO. That's normally what it is.
I'm a little offended. PJ hasn't said literally anything to me yet outside of the Sydney Sweeney comment. I don't know. I just, oh yeah, no, sure.
We did have like 7 people on here at once, so we're all kind of giving a little time.
And you know what? As I've long said, I would just like PJ to assert himself a little bit more. Listen. You're my king. I want you to just make your voice heard. Look at him. Here's the Patriots war, and look at him, just head down. You ain't hiding from nobody, my man. Yeah, well, hey guys, get that good wide shots. It's not all focused on me.
Jake, I was trying to let everybody else talk, and I'm focusing on the board over here. I'm writing down all the selections.
Yeah, PJ's the responsible one.
PJ, the board's not going anywhere. It's on legs. It ain't going nowhere.
I'm locked in.
Meanwhile, I got about 30 seconds before they kick me off the stream for saying the Vrabel hammer too much. You got limited time here. This is how we get demonetized.
You should get that on a t-shirt, actually.
Yeah, surely that'll go great.
Well, Jake, you know the wife gave him an ultimatum, and that's why for day 3 he's doing counseling, because it was either her
the
or
wife gave him the ultimatum. It was sign the papers or I murder Suey both of us. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Here's what I want to know. Those pictures that came out today of them in New York in 2020. Someone was sitting on those pictures for 6 years.
Yes.
Waiting.
That's how this works.
For the opportune moment. I mean, that
and good for them. That person is so rich right now.
And they couldn't have drawn up. I mean,
so rich.
They couldn't have drawn up any better either.
The picture that I think made me laugh the loudest and just like cry laughing was them at the casino. The man just got fired. This guy's smiling ear to ear. This guy couldn't be happier. Like, yeah, brother, we all know what's happening here. This guy just lost his job, but he is smiling like the Cheshire cat.
So here's my conspiracy theory. Is it possible that the Titans found out about this and that was the reason he was fired?
That implies that the Titans are a smart organization that knows what they're doing, though.
That's true.
So he was feuding with management. I remember he was feuding with management. He hated the A.J. Brown move, hated it. He was screaming bloody murder against it. And usually when rich people have feuds with each other, they hire PIs to follow them around, to get dirt on them. So is it possible that I forget who was the GM of the Titans at the time. But whoever it was probably getting absolutely hammered in the media and by Vrabel and inside the locker room and inside the organization.
Among other people getting hammered by Vrabel.
Is it possible that they hired a PI to follow Vrabel around to get dirt on him? And
but wouldn't that have come out earlier to get him fired? Like, wouldn't that have why wait so long?
Or maybe they came up, maybe they made a deal. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how this stuff works behind the scenes, but I do know that
you never blackmailed anybody. That's good to know, Jared. I'm glad that
happened. Very suspicious. That sounds like something who has blackmailed people would say.
I mean, look, when somebody sits on that kind of stuff, you wonder how much else is out there. And when it's 6 years back, that means there's a long window of that type of thing. And, look, it coming out now just opened the floodgates for the rest of it. I would not be surprised if there's more. But what's going to happen is eventually everybody's going to forget about it and move on from a Vrabel perspective.
Eventually.
That's just how it works. Yeah,
eventually.
Right now, the more the stuff that comes out, but
and nobody's expecting noted good guy with no blackmail behind him, Bob Kraft, to fire him. I don't think noted virgin Bob Kraft.
Noted virgin. Just an insane day for the NFL. An absolutely insane day.
I mean, it's
wow. The Jets just traded back up into the first round. Wow.
With Kansas City?
No,
Oh, yeah.
Kansas City took Peter Woods. Kansas City took Peter Woods. This could be
we're
this
way
could be a
behind.
receiver. This could be a receiver. This could be Cooper. This could be Bell. This could be Boston. This feels like a receiver.
Boston, another.
And this
band
was
that
kind of
Sunday
the
about favorite
conversation
Charlie
too.
confused
Was
with
that
Sticks. He's
this
not even
was
here
this
to
was the
defend himself, I'm
conversation too that you were going to have teams trying to get a receiver maybe late first round that was kind of fringe first, second, and get that extra 5th-year option too. So I think this is, I mean, with the way this draft has gone, this is an opportunity for quite a few teams to actually do this. So
Yeah, you've got three more picks
here
in the first round.
Yeah.
And I think one or two of them could be a receiver. One of them, I think, definitely. I think this Jets pick is going to be a receiver.
Oh, yeah.
The Niners get the second pick in the I mean, they only moved down 3 spots, San Francisco. So the Niners will not have a first round pick now. They will not have a first round pick. How about that? This has been a really fun first round. There's been, I think there's been 7 trades. I think there's been 7 trades, which is almost the record. The record's 9. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trade. No, I have 9. I have 9 trades. This is a record for trades in the first round. It's crazy.
9 in the first round is the record.
Yeah, in 2022, recently. So in 2022, there were 9 teams that had multiple first round picks, and that was a record. And there was a record 9 trades that year. When teams have more first round picks, it like breeds transactions because it's like you have more ammo. So I had a feeling with 6 teams with multiple first round picks this year, there was going to be a lot of trades. And that was one of the things I was right about.
Yeah.
I'm surprised more receivers have not gone in the first round, though. Over 5.5 was heavy minus money, and we're only at 4 right now with 3 picks left.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
And
Lemon, Concepcion, and then the 2 top guys, Tyson and Tate. But I think one of them is going right here to the Jets. If it's Chris Bell,
probably.
We're about to do
Bell,
backflips through the freaking halls. I don't think it's going to be Chris Bell.
You got first round?
Yeah, but Cooper, see, the thing is, I didn't think Cooper was going to be on the board at 30. I think that's what the Jets are saying. They're like, Cooper was projected to be a top 25, top even 20 pick. So similar to Mekhi Lemon, who fell to 20, and the Eagles are like, we got to grab this guy because his super value at 20. I think that's what the Jets are thinking with Omar Cooper right now. I think that's going to be the pick.
We're still doing white parties in 2026.
I was going to say,
that's
Peter
choice.
was
Also,
pretty cool.
I mean, we're all looking at the same guy in that room too. How did you get there, my man? What?
It's Omar
Peter
Cooper.
Big Game Woods.
That is a big boy.
That is a big ass dude. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, the Niners just traded the pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to the Jets. Yeah.
That's
we
the
saw that.
Yeah. Hey, Horvy. Hey, Horvy. Welcome to the conversation.
Well, they're just announcing it on there.
Yeah. This is Omar Cooper. The Jets just made it. It makes too much sense. I like this Jets draft now. Bailey, Sadiq, and Cooper. I mean, the Jets got better tonight, guys. They really did.
And they'll still go 3-14.
Probably because Geno Smith is the quarterback. But the goal is
that's the issue. They need a quarterback.
Wait, what is this?
The goal is to suck next year and get the number 1 pick and then draft Arch Manning, and then you've got your pieces in place.
Does his chain say woo? What does his chain say? That's so massive.
I gave it.
The red hat with the green suit, not great.
I guess they call him Woo, Jake. No need for the D and the S. Just
hey,
Woo.
PJ, I forgot you were there because you've just neglected to talk to me this entire time.
Peter Woo.
I don't hate it.
Do you not hate it?
Peter Woo?
Peter Woo.
If you're going to get that big of a chain, you might as well just go add the last 2 letters. And that's been talking fashion with Jake Hassan, who's wearing an old style T-shirt and a hat that he got from a bar for free.
Well, I think he adds the D and the S after his first Pro Bowl season.
I think that's what Mike Vrabel said too,
You got to
right?
earn it.
No, all right. Crickets. All right. You can't win them all. They're not all hits. All right.
Mel's best available. You got Jadarian Price, number 4.
I don't see another running back going in the first round. That really doesn't make much sense
No.
to me. But I'm wrong a lot.
That'd be
so
some
you
shit
never
though
know.
if you got Love and Price, both backs go in the first round from Notre Dame.
I mean, the Jets getting Cooper at 30 is an insane steal. Everyone was mocking the Jets to take Cooper at 16. I think this GM might actually be worth the shit. Like, I think the Jets actually have a GM who knows what he's doing, which is crazy. But I'll take it. As a guy who hasn't seen a postseason game in a decade, I'll take it. You guys
Next
are lucky.
year they get a quarterback.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, there's 4 of them available, and they're gonna have 3. They have 3 first-round picks in next year's draft.
3, yeah.
It's insane. It's really insane. Interesting first round. It looks like most of the chalk is going to prevail on a lot of the positional picks, except for safety. That was the one that everyone expected a third safety in the second round or in the first round, and we haven't gotten it yet. Still have 2 more picks, but I don't expect either of these guys to be.
I don't know. Buffalo, Seattle.
Yeah, I think it's Buffalo and Seattle. Man, I'll tell you what, if Buffalo was a team that I thought might take Chris Bell, because they've got Khalil Shakir and DJ Moore, who are both inside receivers. And they've got, obviously, going into a new stadium this year, they got Josh Allen in his prime. Joe Brady, OC, takes over the head coaching job. And I was like, you need like an alpha X receiver on the outside. You've got 2 slot guys, essentially, with Moore and Shakir. And just like that, the Titans are now on the clock as they have traded out of the first round. How about that? Bills just traded out of the first round with the Titans. So now the Titans are on the clock for 31.
Man, Bills are accumulating a
ton of trades.
Ton
of trades. Crazy. It's fun. It's definitely a fun first round. This has been a fun first round.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be interesting what the Titans do. I'm surprised they traded back in. We were talking earlier. I think they thought Love was going to be there at 4. That was their guy.
Yeah, I kind of think.
And they kind of just I think panicked a little bit, and they just wanted a weapon, so they went with Tate.
They took Cornell Tate.
But,
Get the best receiver.
Who's their other receiver? Do they have a second receiver
in Tennessee right now?
Manor, I think, probably the top guy.
Yeah, probably.
Because Denzel Boston's there. I mean, I think there's 2 really good first-round receivers available right now. I really do. I think Boston and Bell. Like, I would not be shocked if one of these last 2 picks is a receiver. I would not be shocked. If the Titans go receiver in the first round, that'd be crazy. But nothing would surprise me anymore.
Receiver. I was told he barely knew her.
Yeah.
He, of course, being never mind, forget it.
Like being King Vrabel.
Thank you, Horvat.
I knew where you were going. It's been one of my favorite stories in social media history.
It's been so good.
Everybody's like, "Why do you care so much?" I'm like, "Because I'm unemployed and doing nothing else with my life."
And it's hysterical.
Yeah, it's great.
Here's why people care. They lied about it. When you lie about it, it makes it seem like.
And it's also so many of these pictures are so deeply romantic, but also like Horvat's right. Like me and Horvat are just like your unemployed friends on a Tuesday. Like, let's talk about Mike Vrabel and Diana Rosini some more.
Keldrick Falk to the Titans. That makes sense. That
does make sense. Originally I didn't like the Robert Saleh hire, because I called it last year. I was like, San Francisco's defense is going to overperform with all these injuries, and Saleh's going to get a head coaching gig way too early again. But then with the Dayball hire as OC, I kind of like what they're doing there. You know, I mean, they got to get weapons for Cam Ward, but I can see
bald maxing in Tennessee.
I can see them being an 8-9 win team next year. Maybe it's a big jump.
Thank you, PJ. If nobody laughed at that, I was actually going to walk off the stream. I was actually going to be so mad.
Bald maxing. That was good.
Incredible.
They are. They're bald maxing on the coaching staff in Tennessee.
Did you see the photos going around yesterday of people on Twitter like just enlarging Brian Daboll's belly?
I did. Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You
knew the
I'm a Brian
Titans
Daboll guy.
This draft without a defender. There's no way the Titans were going to leave this draft without a defensive player. I mean, if you go look at what Saleh has gotten in his draft hauls over the years as a coordinator and as a head coach, they've gone defense in almost every first round. It's like 6 out of, I think, 9 first rounds. They've gone defense. So they went offense first. Makes sense to get a defender next.
All right. 32nd pick.
One more pick.
Made it to the end. 11 o'clock Eastern. Pretty good.
That was my prediction.
3-hour draft.
Seattle. I don't know. I think I don't really know what Seattle's going to do here, to be honest with you. I have no idea. Could be defense. Could be defense. Once they pick, though, I'm going to hop off. I've got I need a break. I've just been I've been absolutely jammed doing this year. This has been a really fun night, though. It's probably one of my favorite nights on the sports calendar. I think the first round of the draft.
Same. This year was the most unpredictable.
Yeah, usually like the first 3 or 4 picks by the time we get to draft night,
obviously
Horvat are kind of locked in, but tonight it was like we didn't know after one. We had no idea.
Yeah. Like the edge rushers were good, man, but they just weren't your
no.
There was no Miles Garrett.
Yeah, Chase Young.
Yeah,
Chase
and
Young,
all the teams with premium
But in
like
college,
multiple picks.
Right.
Like 5, for example, 5 of the last 6 picks have been trades in the first round.
Like if Reuben Bain was 6'5" with the perfect arm length, then he's going number 2 overall.
Yeah, exactly.
And if he's got a clean,
Like when you watch David Bailey, though, like he does kind of give you the vibes of an elite.
Of an elite. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, 100%. But I think there's a lot of interesting selections tomorrow too, because I think there's a lot of players in the first round that we thought would go that didn't, and now we get a big run of them tomorrow.
There's more ball maxing in Tennessee right now.
Lots of ball maxing. I think there's 3 or 4 like elite receivers that still.
I really thought you were going to say there's 3 or 4 elite bald men. I'm not going to lie. I really thought that was about what you were about to say.
Stanley Tucci.
I wish I had your.
Stanley Tucci is an elite bald man. That's a great call.
Thank you. He is.
The Bills traded 3 times tonight. They traded down 3 times.
So how many picks did they get? Like 7?
Probably like a bunch of like later round picks.
Yeah. I think they got 6 or 7 the late. Yeah.
Oh wow, the Seahawks did take Jadarian Price. That's a big upset.
That's their Rashad Penny 2.0.
Dude, wow, man. And that
someone made money on that. Someone made big money on that.
Yeah, I mean that's your perfect.
That was a big underdog.
I almost Jared took the 2 backs. I took the 2 quarterbacks early, not at the minus 275 or whatever. I had Simpson, but I almost took the 2 backs, just thinking somebody might take Price.
That is a good.
I literally risked
Walker,
60 units tonight, and I'm down 2 units the whole night.
That's usually that's usually me in the NBA draft.
That's a lot.
Like literally nothing happened. I still have 2 picks pending for tomorrow. I still have Niners and Patriots first draft position bets. So technically I could finish even if they both hit. But it's like I don't even know what, like I do all this work on these cards and then I end up like even on the night. It's like what's the point?
Fun.
Yeah. I think my strongest like opinion on this draft though was the offensive lineman and over 7.5.
Yeah.
Like that was the first bet I made. And it turns out there were 9 in the first round. Like that was probably the best opinion and the best position I had was this was a really good, deep offensive line class. I'll let Jake make a dirty joke from that. And
I don't know what you mean. I got nothing.
I knew once the first tackle came off the board, we were going to get that run. I thought some more teams might move up. And it's crazy because we had all those trades, but.
Yeah, you had the first tackle go 9th. So you had 9 tackles go from picks 9 to 28. In a 20 pick span, you had 9 tackles and 9 offensive linemen. You had a couple guards. No centers, but a couple guards. I think that'll be the takeaway for me is like a lot of teams got much better in the trenches tonight. I think that was the strongest position group of this draft was offensive line.
Yeah, no, I agree. Teams that needed tackles got them. Lions needed to fix up their offensive line.
Yeah. crazy. All right, y'all. It's been real. I appreciate you having me.
But has it been fun?
It has been fun because I was
All right,
here.
man. Good to
See you,
see
Jared.
you.
Good seeing you, man.
Peace out, guys. Good luck.
Meanwhile, Jake Hassan still here. I ain't leaving. I ain't fucking leaving.
Jake's still here.
Jake.
Why
your
does
early
my
thoughts on the
audio
Bears
mute
defense?
every time somebody leaves?
Oh,
There he goes.
what a disaster.
Oh, good. Now I can talk again a little
Yeah.
bit. Listen, at some point it was like, there's 8 people on here. I don't need to talk. We're good.
That was my thing. Jake's like, PJ, why don't you chime
Yeah.
in? I'm like,
Well, I
there's
also
7
can't
people on the
hear. I
stream.
couldn't hear because, I didn't realize there's only a certain amount. It's another thing. Listen, that was the biggest group we've ever had consecutively on this. So there's certain things you have to add some layers as we go. Jake's back? No, why is he back? God, we're letting him back? What do you want?
I would just like to say it's not my
He's
fault.
talking to me. I don't have an ear in. So.
No, it's not you. You're not that special. It's just every time one of these other jabronis leaves, I lose audio. I don't know. It's not my fault. It's never my fault. Usually, just ask any of my exes.
It's not your fault.
Thank you.
Jake,
Thank
have
you,
you
Horvat.
still recovered from the Illinois Final Four loss?
Why would you even
Yeah,
say
fuck
that to
them,
me?
Jake.
That was just mean. That's PJ. That was
I would have
just
won Survivor if
mean-spirited.
it was for them.
Yeah. Hey, Horvey, and I would have been
was.
happy forever. Like I don't like. Yeah. Yeah. I drank a lot of Jameson that night. It was not. Well, I mean, it was fun at a certain point because then you kind
That was
of
brutal.
you get through the storm. I mean, I thought they were gonna win at a certain point. Like
I thought they were going to win in the second half. I kept betting them live. I was like, shots
I mean,
shots aren't falling in the first half.
when they got it down to
hoop,
what?
that one hoop in the
It wouldn't
Final
roll
Four
around.
where it wouldn't roll around in
my
the
God.
hoop. Yes.
When they got it back to whatever 5-point deficit with like 4 minutes left, I was like, wait. I was like, wait a second. But
No, I'm looking at
alas.
who I just saw who they picked.
Oh,
Bit of a
right?
jump. Yeah.
Both running
Darian
backs.
Price.
Name going the first
Yeah,
round. That's
yeah,
crazy. I feel like
yeah.
That would have been good
90s.
money. You know what? I didn't even
I thought
consider
about
that Seattle with the final pick would take replacement
yeah.
for
And everybody
Walker.
was saying that they were going to take Price too, and they loved them. They
Yeah,
actually did.
makes
I always
sense.
feel like you guys, like anytime like everybody has the same shit mocked, I'm like, that's not going to happen.
this guy's
Right.
doing
and then
way
I
too
bet the
much.
opposite.
This guy's doing
Yeah.
way too much. Also,
Darian Price.
I have a take. If your mustache can't connect in the middle, you can't do it.
You just got to shave it.
You can't. You
I know.
gotta let it go.
That's like how my goatee is. There's just like a whole patch that misses, so I just can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, like it's
I
just
tried
you
for
know,
years, you know.
Decisions have to be made.
All right, guys. Before I go
All right.
home, I'm going to say my biggest takeaway of the draft is I think that the Raiders got it right. I think they really needed a quarterback, and they got their guy. All right.
Very
take.
big of you.
Hot take.
Very big of
Here's
you to
my hot
admit.
take.
Very
Here's
big
my
of you
hot
to
take.
admit.
All these teams that passed on Reuben Bain because of his short arm size and the fact that he may have killed a person, I think they're all going to come to regret it because I think he's going to be an absolute stud. 12 and a half sacks his rookie year.
I hate
defensive rookie of the year.
I hate when you have to pass on somebody because they may have murdered another person in cold blood.
Right?
That's always,
Hate when that
that's
happens.
always tough when that happens.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I
Yeah,
really
it's
like
never
what
what you
Washington
want.
did too.
That's right. Sonny Styles,
Sonny
baby.
Sonny Styles might be defensive rookie of the year.
Let's go.
I bet you I'm going to bet the Commanders to win the division too. I think
that-
the Eagles are going to be a
division-
disaster. The Vrabel factor. The Vrabel hammer.
The Vrabel Hammer.
Vrabel Hammer.
The NFC East is wide open.
Vrabel
It
Hammer
feels
move.
very wide open right now.
I think the Commanders win the division. In fact, I'm going to bet
Love
it
hearing
tonight.
that.
I'm going to
Let's
stop
go.
at MGM National Harbor on the way home.
Of course you are.
See, the thing is, he's
love
not
it.
kidding.
I'm
That's
definitely
actually
not.
going to
He's
happen.
not.
He,
He's not
he already
kidding.
was.
He will.
He
The
already
amount of
was
times
planning
that you
on
did
saying that. He was already planning on doing that, and now he's like, "Well, now I have an excuse."
Yeah, I got to text my wife. Sorry, babe.
It's
Sorry,
11
the Commanders got it right. They drafted Sonny Styles. I'll see you at 4 a.m. I gotta test out these vodka Red Bulls. while I
No
get
more.
there.
Of those. We don't need any more of those. We did that enough over the years.
Those are so bad. No, not only am I hungover, but my skin's dry for like
Yep.
4 weeks after I drink those.
terrible in so many ways.
Not good for you.
All right. I can't hear you, Jake, but thank you for coming
you wanna
on.
think
One
about
more
it,
look
Jake?
at my feet. If you'd like to look, there we
I'm
go. Nope, they're not going to show up in this shot. We'll go this way. Yeah, we're probably
It's
fine.
like the Aaron Rodgers when he's
Yeah.
showing the reporters the toe.
yeah, you
when
know,
he's
that's
doing
all
that.
this is. I was walking around just doing some grounding today. All right,
At
we're
least
done.
the shoe's wife
Everybody,
is real.
bye bye.
Bye, Jake.
Bye.